Hey, what is good, YouTube? What is good, PlayStation Nation? It is your boy Persona of Gaming with Persona, host of one half of the host of What's Up PlayStation podcast. And listen, man, where are my millennials at? I need my millennials out here. Shout out to the millennials. Shout out to Gen Zs, Gen Ys. I appreciate everybody here right now, man. It's another Saturday morning, episode 35 of What's Up PlayStation Podcast. Hit the like button, share the stream out, all that good stuff. We got a really good show for you guys today. I know what you're thinking. With all the great news that has been coming out this week for PlayStation, I know what's been on your mind, PlayStation Nation. I know it's been on your mind because it was on my mind, it was on Bari's mind, it was on our special guest's mind, right? I cannot wait for Saturday morning. Because the Wups crew is going to talk about it, and the Wups crew is going to be cocky. Trust and believe the Wups crew is going to be cocky today. Trust and believe the Wups crew is going to be cocky today, because PlayStation Nation, we can be. You get what I'm saying? But listen, the podcast would not be what it is, right, without the other half of Wups, because like we always say, this is a team effort. It's not mine, it's not his, it's ours, right? Other half of Wups, man. Bari in the building. Bari, say what's up to the people, man.
Yo, what is good, YouTube? What's up, PlayStation Nation? Another great episode of What's Up PlayStation Podcast is on the way, man. Yo, this news has been ridiculously good. So I can't wait to get into and talk about most of these topics here that we're gonna be talking about. And man, Spotlight Game of the Week, I'm pretty sure we might be in tandem here. We might be, the synergy might be in one. Because we got a huge special guest here. Very excited to have him on. And yeah, let's get into the show, man. It's gonna be a goodie.
Definitely. And then, ladies and gentlemen, we got a very special guest with us today, man. Very, very special, longtime supporter. He also is on the Planet Xbox. I know. Whoa, hold on, relax. He is the PlayStation side of Planet Xbox. Shout out to Kismo. I'm talking about Chris Righteous in the building. Chris Righteous, say what's up to the people, man.
Yo, what is going on, PlayStation Nation? It is an honor to be here. You know, these are my guys. I've been rocking out with them for a while. And yeah, man, it's just an honor to be amongst the real PlayStation Nation, right? The people who actually play games, who buy games, support games, who are diversified in their gaming, everything from the smallest of JRPGs to the biggest of AAAs. It's just great to be amongst, fellow actual real gamers and real peers, so we can actually discuss and go into depth about these topics. And it's been a hell of a week, especially for PlayStation. So I know everybody's excited. I'm excited. You know, I was very excited when I got the invite from Persona. I was like, yeah, this is a great week for me to come on, because this has been a bunch of news, just on top of one. So yeah, I'm happy to be here, man. And let's get it, man. I've been playing my games, my PS5, and we good.
Yeah, man. It's like I said, it's an honor to have you here with us. I'm really happy to have you here because we can't wait to hear your thoughts on all things PlayStation when it comes to the glorious PlayStation news this week. So shout out to Chris Righteous, man. Another round of applause for my boy Chris Righteous, man.
Yes, sir.
Round of applause. So yeah, man, listen, guys, let's go ahead and let's jump into this show, man, because like we said, we got a lot of great news for you guys today. And you guys know how we always start the show. And for those that are new, we always like to start the show talking about the beautiful, lovely games that have been released this week, ladies and gentlemen. So let's get into the lovely, lovely games this week. All right, so we've got Avoid Them.
Whoa!
Mass Maker. MLB The Show 21.
Oh, what?
That's the game of the year right there. Superhero X, World Splitter, Angels of Death.
Oh, that's
Buildings Have Feelings Too.
Yo, wasn't you talking about this game like 2 weeks ago, Persona?
Which one, Buildings?
Yeah, the Buildings Have Feelings Too.
Yeah, bro. Like, that's my game of the year, bro. I can't wait.
Oh, all right.
Devil Slayer Rakasi, MotoGP 21.
I know Court got that.
Yeah, Court most definitely got this right here. Mystic Fate, Scourgebringer, Smelter.
Yo, Vita. Shout out to the Vita boys.
Hold on,
out
boy.
here, boy.
This coincides with the first news topic we about to talk about too. Vita games coming out. Hold up. Anyway,
on the Vita.
shout out to the Vita, man. Even though y'all ain't gonna buy it to play it. Anyway, Smelter, Station Manager, Wrath the Oblivion Afterlife,
Okay.
Dead Dust, Dungeon Gravestone, Judgment. Now this is the PS5 version of Judgment. And again, if you have the PlayStation 4 version of Judgment, it's not a free upgrade. You actually have to pay for the upgrade.
Gotcha.
Go figure, right? It's insane. Judgment is a great game, by the way, though. Like, if you haven't played this game, I highly recommend this game. That story is really, really good. And it's got the Yakuza vibes in terms of the combat and things like that. Definitely recommend it. Moon Raider. Nier Replicant. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Yes. And then, last but not least, the Scalia Prophecy. All right. So now we are in the spotlight, guys. You guys know what the games have released for the week. Now we're in the spotlight. And for those that are new and don't know what the spotlight is, the spotlight is where myself, Bari, and our special guest this week, we will give you guys a game that we think you guys should be checking out. It should be on your radar. It should most definitely be something that we think that the community should pay close attention to. And it doesn't need to be a brand new game. It could be an old game. It could be a game from your childhood, right? It could be a game that hasn't released yet. But if it's a game that you're really excited about and you want to express that excitement to the community, this is what the spotlight is for, right? Let's start with our special guest. Is that okay, Bari? Can we start with the special guest today?
Absolutely, man.
Of course. So
That's
Chris,
that's the second best list on YouTube. That's
Yes, sir.
Big facts. Chris, man. So Spotlight, man. What's your Spotlight game for this week?
My Spotlight game for this week. Well, I'm pretty sure y'all gonna pick Nier Replicant, which it would be my Spotlight game for the week. But I just started it. It's honestly gonna have to go to Demon Souls because I beat it. I finally beat it this week.
Oh,
so
nice.
I finally beat Demon Souls this week. I'm definitely gonna go for the platinum whenever I get the chance because we got so many games coming out. But yeah, I absolutely loved it. I remember playing the original Demon Souls back in 2012 or something like that. It came out in 2009, but I played Dark Souls 1 first. That was my first entry to the Souls genre. So I was like, yeah, I definitely want to go back and check out Demon Souls. So Demon Souls is like the one that I'm like the least familiar with, even though I beat it one time, but it's the only Souls game that I spent the least amount of time in because I spent like hundreds of hours in all the other ones. So the things that Bluepoint games did with it, as far as bringing it to life, as far as like the complete graphical overhaul, the cleanup in the animations, unique animations, they did an absolutely amazing job at and that paired up with From Software level designs and the way they do things is just like it just made everything just like so much better, and I absolutely love the game for it. It's still not my favorite Souls game. My favorite one is still Dark Souls 1. It still doesn't beat that, but everything else is it made me feel like I was in Disneyland because like the graphical fidelities, the noise, the noises and everything like that, like the sounds. Was just very amazing. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna get more into it. Definitely more into the PvP because I've always been like a Souls PvP player, for the most part. So, but other than that, like, yeah, if it wasn't for that, it would definitely be Nier Replicant because I'm loving that as well too. But yeah, that's my Spotlight game for this week is Demon Souls. So
Yes, sir. PS5 game.
Yeah. That's perfect, right? Shout out to Demon Souls, man. That's definitely still one of those games that I need to go play. Y'all know how I feel about the Souls games, but shout out to.
It's actually one of the easier Souls games. It's not as hard as the other. Like, it's definitely not as hard as Bloodborne, Sekiro, Dark Souls 3 or anything like that. It's actually one of the. I'm not saying that it's easy, but it's definitely like when it comes to the bosses, like majority of the bosses. I beat him my first try. The only one that really gave me trouble was like the Flame Lurker and what's the other one? There was Maiden of Aster, because I was trying to get the trophy to where I didn't have to beat the guy to kill her, but she's surrounded by plague, so the plague kept killing me and shit like that. But other than that, the game is really not that hard, in my opinion, compared to other Souls games.
Yeah. That's what's up, man. Shout out to you. Shout out to the Souls community. Very good choice. Very good choice, man. Yo, Bari, the best
Sir.
person on YouTube. What's your spotlight for this week, man?
Ooh, money is
He don't know the words either. He mumbling. He mumbling.
Nah, I'm gonna leave near the persona, but
Honestly, hold on. Choose it, cause that's not gonna be my spotlight.
All right, so I got two that I'm gonna do real quick. This game caught my eye this week. I seen people talk about it, but I wasn't really inclined to look at it really at that time. But then I saw a new trailer for the game, and I was like, "Oh, this looks pretty interesting, man. This is a little fast-paced, interesting type game." Necromunda Hired Gun. They dropped a new trailer this week for that game. It looks good, man. It's on sale if you want to pre-order right now for like $35 on PlayStation Store. It's a $40 game. Home, I think, what's it called? What's the development name? Focus Home Interactive is making it, and it looks pretty good, man. So if you guys ever look at the trailer on the PlayStation Store, Necromunda Hired Gun. It looks pretty cool, man. So I'm keeping my eye on it myself. It comes out in June 1st. So that's kind of pushing it, but I'm still looking at the game. You know what I mean?
It ain't getting.
But yeah, Nier,
that ain't
Nier. Nah, yo, real talk. It looks really good. I'm not even capping. It looks really good. You know what I mean? It's coming out like at a bad time, but it looks dope. If you pull up the trailer, you see it looks good. Like the game looks fire, bro. But Nier Replicant is definitely the spotlight game for the week for me. It's everything that I've been playing with Nier Automata. Just a few little things that's not there, but I'm liking the atmosphere once again. One of the best soundtracks once again. The gameplay is sound once again. It's like I feel like I'm a casual for getting to Nier only the first time with Nier Automata in 2017. You know what I mean? Like
facts.
Yeah.
This is a great franchise, man. Like I'm loving the one thing. People like to sweep under the rug like gaming and music ain't that important, but gaming and music is important. Especially Nier shuts that narrative down easily. You know what I mean? The music is just wonderful, man. From different areas, different towns that you go through, the battle music, that's when you're exploring. You have that nice little tranquil music going in the back. Yo, man, it's so good, man. It's so good, man. But the combat is amazing as well, man. You know what I mean? Can't wait to level my dude up, my Bari up. You know what I mean? I had to name him Bari, but I'm liking it a lot, man. And the side missions is cool too. A lot of them is the fetch quests, but it's how you implement them. You know what I mean? Like they give like little cute little backstories with some of them. You know what I mean? Some of the NPC characters is cool. Like there's one lady she was going to meet this old lady. She's like a complaining, haggy old lady. Well, I like the character. She's mad funny. You know what I mean? And the book, the noir of
Grimoire Vice.
Grimoire Vice. Yeah, noir is the other one.
Yeah, noir is the evil one.
Yeah, I like the book, man. The dialogue that you have with the book. That's one thing I love about RPGs. When you're just traveling and you're just like doing things, like they will have like this random background conversations that's going on just to get a little bit more in depth with the characters. I love when they implement that stuff. That's why I love Tales games and I love other RPGs that do it as well. And Final Fantasy VII Remake did it great as well, where they implemented that stuff. But
yeah,
Nier Replicant, man, don't miss it, guys. It's a great game. Trust and believe.
Fire. So the reason why I let Bari do Nier, we going to do our impressions in just a second too after the spotlight, right? Nier is great, by the way. I love Nier. I am loving them, enjoying it. I put about maybe 5 hours into the game right now. I'm going to really dive deep into it this weekend and really put some time into it, right? But there's another game that has my spotlight this week, has my heart this week, put a smile on my face. and I double dipped. And you guessed it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm talking about Tales of Arise.
As you should.
Listen. You see the gameplay playing in the background. Listen, we're gonna talk about this later. Listen, I can't. I've been fiending for this for a long time. Since they announced this, I've been fiending. Tales of Berseria, love that game with all my heart and soul. I couldn't wait for this. Tales of Zestiria, I give Tales of Zestiria a bad rap, but I enjoyed it. I only didn't like it when I got to the whole crystal part.
That game is great, man.
It is a good game. It is. The story and all that is great. But Tales of Arise, I've been waiting for this for a long time, ladies and gentlemen. I am very excited for this. Collector's Edition on lock. Ultimate Edition on lock. Right? I definitely highly recommend, if you guys are into JRPGs, if you guys are into the Tales series, this is my spotlight for the week. We're going to talk about it later and get into the details of release and things like that. I kind of just wanted to show this little snippet real quick. So yeah, Tales of Arise is definitely my spotlight game of the week. We got a lot of news this week, and we'll be talking about that too throughout the news portion, right? But all right, cool. So that's the spotlight, guys. Those are our spotlight games. Very diverse, very different. Don't you just love that, PlayStation Nation? Don't you just love how diverse and different we all can be when it comes to our games and what we're excited about, right? All right, so let's get into these Nier Replicant impressions, man. I want to hear what you fellas thinking of the game. Start with you, Chris. What's your first impressions of Nier Replicant, man? How you feeling?
So like Jay Bari, I started with Automata, like a lot of people, because a lot of people didn't buy the original Nier. I think I only saw like 700,000 or something like that. So yeah, I started with Automata, and I absolutely loved Automata. It's one of my favorite games of the generation. So when it came out and say, hey, we're coming out with a they calling it a 1.5 upgrade. They say it's more than a remaster, but it's not enough to be considered a remake. That's why that whole number sequence, that 1.2234 whatever, it actually rounds up to 1.5. So they did it a clever way. But other than that, yeah. So the game, first impressions, like right from the beginning, the music is amazing. The combat is definitely they definitely improved from the original. Like, I haven't played the original, but I've seen footages of the original, and they definitely made it more similar to Automata, even though it does have its own distinct feeling. It's not completely like you don't feel like you're playing like like a guide version of 2B or anything like that, or 9S. The beginning of it gave me, like, I don't know if you felt this, Bari, but the beginning of it gave me a little bit of Kingdom Hearts vibe, with like the shades being like the Heartless, right?
Oh, in the beginning?
Yeah, and then you fight the big Heartless or the big Shade or whatever. Then you have the epic music and everything like that, like that going on. The gameplay is amazing. I haven't tried any other weapons except like the sword types. And I got some of the DLCs, like I got the 2B sword and the 9S sword.
Yeah, you equip that ASAP.
yeah, I quit the 9S sword. But yeah, as far as this game, it has a little bit more defensive options compared to Automata, because Automata was more you dodge and you have like a timing window of when you dodge an attack, then you can get the counter or whatever, or slow down and do the counter. This one, you dodge and you also have guard, which you can block enemies' attack, but if you guard at the correct time, you get a parry, and then you can counter from that. So in the parry, and the parry window is a lot more tighter than the dodge window compared to Automata. So it feels like it's a little bit more skilled and everything like that. And it has some things that carried over as far as gameplay wise, because one of the lead game directors or the lead game designers of Platinum Games came out to help with this game. So, you have stuff like in order to launch, just like in Automata, you jump. As soon as you jump, you press triangle, and you can launch the enemies in the air. And like everybody's saying, the music is absolutely amazing. Like Bari said, like this goes to prove why music is important in the game, because without that music, man, it will feel like adult. Like it'll still be good, but it wouldn't feel as good when you're fighting these epic battles, and then you have like this bombastic choir in the background just setting the tone and the mood and giving you more of like a euphoric feeling while you're playing the game. I do very appreciate that every single NPC in this game is voice acted. There is no just NPC that
that's a
just
fact.
text. That is a big.
I was impressed with that as well, man. I was like, wow, man.
Yeah.
Like, even some old dude sitting in the corner of one of the villages is talking to me. I'm like, damn. They
Yeah,
really-
it made you go to everybody just to test it, and that's what I did. I was like, let me see everybody's voice though. And yeah, they did.
It is a huge quality of life improvement for JRPGs like this, because usually, even Automata didn't have that. Like, all of the NPCs on Automata weren't voice acted. They were all, you all had to read the text. So I'm only I spent maybe about like 8 to 10 hours already. I'm not that far because I've been doing a lot of grinding, a lot of, side quests, typical things. I've already done over 10 side quests. My only issue with the game so far is, compared to Automata, is the side quests. Although it's like Automata was the same, it's a bunch of fetch quests, right? Hey, go find me a chicken egg, go find me eagle egg, go find me these materials or whatever.
Give me that mutton.
Go give me that mutton or whatever. Like, I don't mind that stuff, but compared to Automata, the side quests in Automata, each character had their own background story, and they added more to the lore of the world. Versus this one, it's just like, hey, can you give me that chicken egg? You bring it back. Oh, here. Oh, thank you. Here's 1,000 coins or whatever. So they don't really feel like they add more to the world compared to Automata. Because I remember Automata, one of the side quests was like you doing a side quest from like one of the giant robots or whatever, and you finding parts for him. And by the time you ended it, he was talking about, well, it's never nighttime, right? And you always notice, how come there's no day and night cycle? And then he pretty much explains, like, yeah, something happened like back in like Drakengard, some event with them with it. It was just crazy. It blew my fucking mind, because I was like, holy fuck, a side quest explains why there's no day and night cycle. So I don't know about the later side quests of Nier Replicant, but that's really it. But other than that, man, the characters are amazing. The voice acting is amazing. Grimoire Vice is funny as hell. I definitely like the dialogue between him and younger Nier. I kind of wish they would have put Papa Nier in it, but they said if the game sells 2.5 million, then we'll be able to play as Papa Nier. Papa Nier was like the American version of Nier. And instead of a brother protecting his sister from like this ancient curse or ancient disease or whatever, trying to find a cure, the other one was a father trying to protect his daughter, and he was more like gritty and gruff or whatever. So other than that, yeah, gameplay amazing. The graphics.
So that's what I was confused with, because I remember Nier. I didn't purchase the game, but I remember Nier. And it was like a father and a daughter, and everybody kept saying like this is like the remaster or the remake of the first one, and I'm like, I didn't remember the story being like this or what I saw in trailers and stuff like that. So I was kind of confused.
What it was is like, okay, so the original is Replicant, but they didn't think that the West would cling on to like a younger protagonist who has to protect his sister. They said that the West will be more suited for like a father protecting his daughter. So they came out with two different versions, even though they're like they have the same dialogues and everything like that. They came out with two different versions, so I don't know why they wouldn't put him back in for the people in the West who played as him and whatever. But they said that they will put him back in. But they have him in some of like the extra.
What if they switch it up?
The extra trials or whatever.
East, they got the father. In the West, they got the brother now. What if they switch it up? Like, that would be dope as hell.
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah. So, I love it.
What you thinking, Bari?
I share the same sentiments as Chris, man. I think the game is really dope. I'm enjoying it. Like, it legit is giving me the Automata vibes that I had when I first played Automata, and I was just like, yo, I gotta keep on playing. I gotta keep on beating it. I gotta see the whole story to the end. You know what I mean? So I'm getting the same type of like excitement that I got with Automata with this game.
Yeah.
And the side missions, you do get some more side missions that open up, because the stuff that I'm doing, still you do a little fetch quest here and there, but there's other ones that, especially when you get to other areas, it's going to give you a little bit more background, I guess. Not background to the world per se, but to like just learn about other characters, I would say. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I'm digging it, man. And this is the thing I'm going to say before I stop. The boss fights Once again, they're nailing it with the boss fights. Not every boss fight is just like a hack and slash type joint. There's ones that's gonna be like a mini game, man. You know what I mean? Like, yo, I remember when I first played 9S, I enjoyed that because we just did a whole bunch of hacking and slashing with 2B, which was amazing, which is great. But they switched that up, like the different type of gameplay mechanics they put in the game.
Yeah,
yo, it's dope, and they're doing that with the boss again. Like the following boss that you're gonna is like completely different than what you did with like the first tutorial boss or the other boss. It's crazy, man. It's pretty good. So I enjoy that a lot, man. Mixing up the gameplay, making it feel fresh every time, man. So that's great.
Yeah, I'll be quick because you both pretty much said a lot of what I was gonna say. My first Nier experience is Automata, so like I'm not well versed in this franchise. So my experience from Automata was like really, really good. I enjoyed it. I love that game. Got the platinum. It's a great game. Replicant is...
You bought the platinum. I said you bought the platinum.
Listen, I got the platinum. And when it comes to Replicant, my excitement is really derived from Automata and what I experienced with that. And I'm like, wow, if Automata is like this and Replicant is supposed to be the prequel, I can't wait because I would love to know what happened to this world and certain characters and things like that. Because I remember Emil in Automata, and he's like this train, and he's like singing this song, and he's like a shop, Emil's shop. But in this game, he's like a boy, and he's like an actual character that's gonna be with you from what I'm seeing. So I'm like, okay, like
well, in Automata he was one of the models of the original, because there's so many different models of Emil, so he was one of like the last surviving models of like that one. So
so I'm really excited to just see how this
you already can see the tie-in too, because your sister name, and then you have, you know what I mean, the Euro unit is not the same thing, but I'm pretty sure there's a tie-in there going in with what's going on with the sister and the actual
and Devilo and Popola and whatever, because you see how the tragic ending in Automata, but that's not the like the real them. So now you're going like to the original Devilo and Popola and see how everything happened. With, why their punishment, why is everybody mad at them and everything like that. So
so I'm excited. I'm excited to play a little bit more of it. It's a really great game. I'm impressed with it. I love it quite a bit. Music is great. Combat's great, story's good. Everything is good, in my opinion. If you're into these types of games, I definitely recommend you guys check it out. But yeah, man, with that being said, let's go ahead. Let's get into the news for this week, man. And I think the the news that has made the top of the list for, I think, all of us, it was the talk of the town, and this was on a Monday. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, PlayStation, you starting off like this on a Monday? Okay. So we know that a while back, PlayStation, about 2 weeks ago, actually, to be exact, PlayStation had said that they were going to be closing down both the PlayStation 3, PlayStation Vita, and PSP stores. And it was met with a lot of disdain, outrage, some of it fake, some of it real, and a lot of disgruntled people within the gaming community, right? So Jim Ryan himself wrote this goddamn article, so you know it's serious. So pretty much PlayStation came out Monday, and they pretty much said, look, the PS3 and Vita stores will remain open. And to give just a more exact excerpt, so Jim Ryan says, upon further reflection, however, it's clear that we made the wrong decision here. So today I'm happy to say that we will be keeping the PlayStation Store operational for PS3 and PS Vita devices. PSP commerce functionality will retire on July 2nd, 2021 as planned. So PSP is still getting up out of here, so you might want to buy up them games before that goes away. But in terms of PSP and in terms of PS Vita and PlayStation 3, those stores will remain open. Chris, man, let's start with you, man. How you feel about this? Is this a win for gamers? Is this a win for you? Are you happy?
This goes to show that Sony does listen, even though they when it comes to other things that we complain about, like games going on PC and certain other things, it seems like they ignore us or whatever. So to me, it kind of wonders who they listen to, right? Because I remember Bari saying that the PC thing was bigger than the stores closing down, but none of the media had a problem with the PC thing, but they had a problem with the stores closing down, and then Sony changed that based on like, you know, the backlash on that. But other than that, it's like for the 2 or 3 people that still on the PS3 or on their Vita buying games from that stores, like I'm happy for them. I'm happy that Sony is at least preserving this legacy. I wish there would be something to replace it, right? Like, hey, all of our classic PS3, PS2, PS1 games go to PS Now, like that, like what it was supposed to do. But like the stores closing down, I mean, it didn't really affect me much because I no longer have a PS3, I no longer have a Vita or anything like that, and majority of the people who were complaining about this, they didn't have one either. They weren't buying anything from the store. So, you know, the whole fake outrage or whatever. But it still shows that Sony is still flexible and still willing to listen. So I guess that's good. It's just who are they listening to? And yeah, man, I just hope that Sony, you know, finds a solution to like add these classic games and preserve their legacy. You know, and PS Now will be perfect for that. I don't understand why that. They're probably working on it. Who knows? We don't know. But other than that, it's like, I mean, yeah, I guess it's good for the few gamers. For the rest of y'all, yeah, y'all capping. Y'all were fake outrage about it. Y'all didn't really care anything like that. Yeah, I better see a PS3 or Vita game on MPD next month. That's all I'm saying. So yeah.
Yo, Bari, what you thinking, bro?
I told you guys so. I'm gonna be nice, man.
No, don't be nice. Be cocky. We cocky.
It's great to see that, you know, a good rapport can come from just doing things that will cause, like, you know, doing things that's goodwill for the consumer. You know what I mean? Yes, are people really downloading games like that from PS3, PS Vita store? Not really, no. But it's still goodwill to keep that stuff up, just in case somebody might feel nostalgic. Oh, let me go and buy this or download this game here, blah, blah, blah. But my big thing is this: I never really saw an issue with Sony just closing the store down. Like, yo, you're not really hurting from closing the store down. Everybody keep bringing up, but the developers want to focus on this. The developers don't have nothing to do with the store. They're not coding for the store. They're not doing any of that. So that's PlayStation people doing that in the background and doing all that stuff, man. So I didn't get the whole developer need to focus on this right here. Yeah, we want to focus on the new games, but this is something that is entirely not, you know, with the developer. They had nothing to do with the developer. So at the end of the day, my argument was always like, I don't really see nobody, you know, being hurt from just keeping the store up. Yeah, nobody's really using it. I understand it. But also I always was saying that if they were going to close the door down, the store down, have something in place, like, you know, push it on a PS5, you know, store, you know what I mean, where you can purchase, you know, PS1, PS2, you know, hopefully, you know, PS3, I don't know, but and Vita games. And yeah, like Chris said, man, this is something that PS Now could really benefit from when you have those nostalgic games that everybody's clamoring for. Everybody wants to see come to PS Now, but once it touch PS Now, nobody's still not going to subscribe. But you know what I mean? For the people that really want that stuff, it's just like, oh, this is nice, PlayStation. Good news, and good news, you know, will push people, you know, because you know how people are fickle. They're like, oh, goodwill, and you know, consumer friendly. Oh, I need to buy me a PlayStation now. You know what I mean?
Yo, never mind the games in the.
Yeah, never mind the new games coming out. No Ratchet and Clank Returnal, none of that. That's being good, consumer friendly. That will have me buy a console. You know,
exactly.
Not me per se, but you know, that's how people would talk.
Yeah.
But nah, at the end of the day, man, it's good that they changed it. I don't think it's gonna be up for long. I think that this is just like a testing period. Like, yo, we ain't closing the store. We're giving you more time. But next year around this time in July, that thing gone.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
Yo, real talk. This is what I think is gonna happen, right? I think because I agree, it's not closing down for long. It's gonna, I mean, it's not staying open for long. It's definitely gonna close down, within the next like year, maybe 2, if they're feeling good. But what they'll do is they're actually gonna put the statistics out. What I think they'll do is put the usage rate and the statistics out of what the amount of, like, you know, what's the traffic on PlayStation 3 and Vita stores in terms of downloads, purchases, and things like that to justify it closing down. Because once you put that out there, there's nothing you can't dispute that. Oh well, this needs to stay open. The facts, data, and statistics say it doesn't, because no one's using it. There's no traffic. There's no nothing, right? So I think if PlayStation does do that, they would definitely. I would hope that they would also include the statistics so that it shuts up. Excuse me. It shuts up the naysayers and the fake outrage crowd, right? But here's the other side of it too, because that's the other part of it that I agree to, Bart. I would hope that when they do decide to close these stores down again, there is like a PS Now announcement on top of that to say, hey, look, we're closing these stores down. You won't be able to purchase these games, but we are making PS3 and Vita games available, or at least PS3. PS3, we're making all PS3 games available, and PS3 is available now. But, making more games available, making more Vita games available, or making PS1, PS2 games available, who knows, right? But PS3 games are a good portion, too. I mean, here, listen, PlayStation has 900 games in PS Now. A lot of those are PlayStation 4, and a large portion of those are PlayStation 3 games. Mm-hmm. Why is no one buying into that service? Like, if those old games really do matter to that degree, and you want that peace of mind of knowing that they're there.
There's a lot of PS3 games that's still not on PS.
Well, no, there definitely are. There is a lot that are missing, but the Infamous.
They do have a lot. There's a lot.
The God of Wars are there. The Sly Coopers are there. The Ratchet and Clanks are there. Some of the more standout popular titles are there, but people still aren't buying into the service. And then again, the other side of it, how many people are buying? And we've had this conversation before, Barry, and we've had a disagreement. And I'm not trying to make this into a disagreement or an argument, but it goes back to a conversation I was having. I was saying when we first started talking about this before, how many people really bought games digitally, right? Because it's the digital store that's going down. So if you own a PlayStation and have physical, you're perfectly fine, right? But if 20% out of 100% of people downloading digital games throughout the PS3 life, I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to piss that small demographic of people off by closing down a store, because chances are you've bought what you will buy in the store, so you would still be able to download it anyway. And if you don't have a PlayStation 3 anymore, this definitely doesn't affect you because you don't have the console, so you can't even take advantage of any of this anyway. Because you can't buy PS3 games digitally through the website anymore because they closed that down. So you could only buy it on the PlayStation 3 console, which you don't own.
The website they need to put back up. Because, listen, man, as somebody that booted up that PS3 a couple of weeks ago, whew, compared to the 4, and which, if common sense, like the 4 and 5 are going to be much faster. But, that PS3 store, roughness.
Rough. Yeah, I ain't even set up my PS3 yet. I'm gonna wait till I move to my new place. Rough.
Crazy.
That shit is rough. But yeah, man. So shout out to the PlayStation Store. Shout out to PlayStation. They made a right business decision. And they did what they did. Now, everyone is happy. And this goes to another thing, Bari. PlayStation fans that complain and voice their opinions or their disdains about things is perfectly fine. Like, it's good. Like, this is encouraged. If you don't like something about PlayStation,
you can have a difference of opinion with the company that is making bank is doing. Just because they're making bank, that doesn't mean that your opinions or whatever issues you have with them doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Because clearly, this week, whatever PlayStation issues that anybody had, it clearly showed that PlayStation is listening to it.
Yep.
And it does matter.
Which gives validity to the, Bari, Persona, why are you always complaining about what PlayStation's doing?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't you? If you're unhappy with something, why wouldn't you speak up about it?
Yeah, because that was the argument for like the last 2 weeks. Oh, well, PlayStation is making $25 billion. It doesn't matter what you think, the fanboy. But here, Oh yeah, the fanboy don't matter. Oh, PS3, PSV, the store back up. Let's go. Oh, other things that we're gonna talk about. Let's go. You know what I mean? Like, yo, stop it with this. Stop it, man.
Cut the
That
cap.
is a fan. That is a fanboy that's worrying about what PlayStation decisions are based off the money that they make and doesn't care about you. You don't care about your own personal gaming feelings or nothing like that. That's a fanboy. You're just going along with the wind because this is popular. This was making money. To me, that's a fanboy. That's not a fan.
Mm-hmm.
That's a corporate slave.
Yeah, pretty much. That's why I was asking this week, like, yo, what's really the definition of corporate slave? Because people that's not corporate slaves getting called corporate slave, and the people that are corporate slaves that's worrying about the money per se. I'm not saying that you can't talk about those things. Those people are, those are the people that's telling other people that they're fanboys and corporate slaves. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. But yo, let's move on, man. So listen, really dope game got announced that's coming out this week, man. PlayStation and Firewalk Studios announced that they're publishing partnership for a new original multiplayer IP. And I want to read a small little excerpt, man, before I get you guys' thoughts, right? So, this studio has like some really high-level people, like people that really are seasoned within the multiplayer shooter realm, which this leaves me very confident and very optimistic about what's to come, right? So it says, as a next generation AAA studio and part of the Probably Monsters family, we've carefully assembled an amazing and diverse team of best-in-class talent who are focused on creating these moments. Everyone here brings a deep passion for games and the art of making them. We have a saying at Firewalk: build a great team, build a great game. Our one leads directly to the other. The Probably Monsters world-class operations team and infrastructure has allowed us to focus on doing better, fostering a sustainable development culture where people come first and delivering great games. Our collective leadership team is no stranger to building memorable multiplayer experiences. Ryan Ellis, our game director, was a creative director on Destiny. That already put a smile on my face. Elena Siegman, our executive producer, was a producer on Guitar Hero 2, BioShock Infinite, and multiple Destiny releases. Our deeply talented team has helped bring to life franchises like Mass Effect and Apex Legends, combined with my own experience and 1,000 hours played on Call of Duty and Destiny. We've had the opportunity to deliver some of the decade's biggest experiences to gamers, and where we've loved it. Fellas, this sounds very, very good. It's like gold touched my ears, man. Like, this is good. Like, they sound very enthusiastic. They sound very happy, very experienced. I need to get y'all thoughts on this, fellas.
That studio sounds like they got some experience over there, man. Just the list of people that have been working on the type of games that they've been working on, it sounds like they have a strong studio back there. And this is what, I don't think, like, real PlayStation gamers have been complaining about your PlayStation need multiplayer games and blase, whatever people are saying. But the fact that, they're going to have something with this type of lineage of developers is very strong. You know what I mean? Because majority of the multiplayer games is already being played on PlayStation. Now that you're going to have an exclusive game with this type of backend like this, that's a heavy force right there, man. You know what I mean? So yeah, I like what I'm hearing. The only real gripe I had with the article, once again, you're announcing that you're doing a studio and creating a PlayStation game. We'll love to actually see something off the game. Yep. You know what I mean? Give me a concept art, show me something where you can direct me. Like, okay, I have my mind on this game now. Oh, I have an idea what they're going for.
We have a visual. We have a visual.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah. I think it would have been dope if they would have did that, just like Jade Raymond. I'm pretty sure the fanboys in the comments going to be like, they don't need the news will come when it comes. Nah, you're not in the game in a studio like that. I would love to see, something off it. You know what I mean? But that's some of my gripe. But honestly, this is great news, and I can't wait to see some more of it, because really and truly on PlayStation, I've been looking for a competitive multiplayer game once again. Because Call of Duty, I stopped playing Call of Duty, and there's times where I do have that itch, man, where I'm like, yo, I just want to shoot some shit. You know what I mean? I want to teabag somebody. You know what I mean? In the game, I wanted to shit on somebody's day, man. I want people to get pissed off at me, but since no COD, I'm not really doing that. You know what I mean? So we'll see with this game, man.
How you feeling, Chris?
Yeah, I mean the same way. It's like this was the week of PlayStation destroying narratives. So this was even though this narrative is not true at all about like, oh, PlayStation, they don't have multiplayer. Like, no, there's plenty of multiplayers in there. As far as like exclusive multiplayers, there's a few. Yeah, there hasn't been any one except probably like the Uncharted multiplayer, maybe The Last of Us, that have like kind of like reeled me in. But it's looking like they're formulating a team. I wonder, like Jay Bari said, they didn't show anything, so I can't really get excited about like the game because I don't know anything about the game other than it's a multiplayer competitive game. So yeah, so the studio being built up, you know, I guess is another initiative, right? This is another initiative, but yeah, I'm curious. I'm curious to see what they pull off, and yeah, I'm definitely always in the market to get into a multiplayer that's gonna hook me in. The problem is there's not a lot of multiplayer games that hook me in, other than like Rainbow Six Siege or maybe like Overwatch or anything like that. So yeah, I'm excited to see what comes out of this. I'm definitely excited. It's gonna be published by PlayStation. Obviously, PlayStation is funding it, so they have
exclusive.
that fragrance, right? So it's gonna have that fragrance, like Predator had, right? Like no, but we'll see. Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to when they finally do reveal what this game is going to be.
Yeah. So. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what the game is going to be. But I agree 100% with Bari. Is as much as a great talent you have here, I can't let y'all slide, man. We could have got a screenshot, something, a quick little snippet. You can't give me this wall of text, and think that suffice. It don't happen. It don't work like that around here, man. But we got to be a bit more forthcoming. Pause. But yeah, we'll see what happens. But good on PlayStation making partnerships, doing big things.
It's big news, man. A lot of people got a lot of people amped, man. I seen. Yeah. Well, that's not a podcast, right? Go ahead, continue.
I already know what you was gonna say too.
People shaking in their boots over there, man. But it's all good.
Yo, man, listen, Share Factory, where my Share Factory boys at, man?
Yes, sir. Let's go.
My Share Factory boys, y'all about to be eating good on that Share Factory on PlayStation 5. You feel me? Because there's a brand new update that hit this week, and you guys are about to get some seriousness, right? So let's run through the list, right? So first up, the features of our community has asked for an increase in the number of clips for your tracks. So here's what that means. So track 1 clips increased from 50. Excuse me, sorry. Track 1 clips increased from 50 to 100. Track 1 transitions increased from 49 to 99. Music tracks increased from 12 to 24. And track 2 clips increased from 10 to 20.
Much needed. Yo, you know how many like combo videos, because sometimes I do like here's some Lancelot stuff or here's some Milia stuff, and you gotta leave out some of the stuff because you hit that limit. You know what I mean? So now that they up the limit to 100, this is great because now you can just make a full video how you really want to do it, man. So this made me happy, man. But my bad.
Yeah, no. I understand your excitement. And they say we've also overall edited. We also improved the overall editing experience. And here's the rundown.
It's faster. It's faster too.
A fresh new look for track 2 with Tapestry now available, as well as added support for layouts and frames, support for HDR screenshots, improved track visualization with track 1 and track 2 now featuring icons indicating if your clip is in HD, 4K, and or HDR, improved clip and screenshot management and integration with the media gallery, allowing you to sort your videos and screenshots by favorites that you have marked. Man.
Yeah, I tested all of that yesterday. It's all there too. Matter of fact, not yesterday. The day that I put up like a crazy, like a simple Lancelot, a little video. It does showcase what is 4K, what's not HDR, all that stuff. All the videos that they have like pre-made is in 4K. So like the transition, the opening transition, the endings, and all that stuff is in 4K HDR. Which then when you upload it to YouTube, it also will render in that too,
Yeah.
which is great.
4K. So they say here, these new updates will enhance the current features already available on the Share Factory Studio app for PS5. For example, you can now create videos up to 4K at 60 frames per second with HDR, such as
Yep.
4K HDR 60 frames per second support for video clips, high quality creator packs, music tracks, transitions, and stickers, as well as support for sound effects. Yo, bro, this is a
All
whole
that's it.
Sony Vegas on the PlayStation 5, bro. Like,
Free app. Crazy.
this is all for free. Um, Mario, I'm gonna let you go first because I'm gonna be honest, I haven't used Share Factory in a very long time. And I haven't even touched Share Factory on PlayStation 5.
I just used it.
I may actually need to use this, especially for my Outriders review. I might actually use Share Factory to kind of set it up and transition it and all that stuff. But Bari, man, I'm gonna let you kind of start us off and kind of lead this conversation here, right? Um, Give us your thoughts, man. Break this down. How you feeling about this? This is a big update.
Yeah, there's just no competition when it comes to editing video software on like a console. There's no competition. Some of the Share Factory better than a lot of editing software that we have on PCs too. I'm not saying it's the best, but it's easy to use. It's simple. You know what I mean? It's very streamlined. You can do a lot of cool videos, slowing down stuff, speeding up stuff, adding your own little voiceovers, the sound effects, the stickers. It's a great app. You can import a lot of things too, man.
Yeah.
Because majority of my videos on YouTube, I that's what I was using was Share Factory. You know what I mean? Like Share Factory was holding it down, man. I don't use no editing software on PC, nothing. I use Share Factory.
So what,
bro.
you edit it
And
on PlayStation, then you download it to a USB and put it on the computer, or you just upload it directly?
no, I'll just upload it directly to YouTube, and if I want to do like a voiceover thing, I have background, I'll just do certain things. But also the beautiful thing is like the mic that I have that's connected to my PC. You can easily just plug that into the PlayStation and it will recognize it as USB, so you can use it right there for your videos as well.
Really?
yeah, man. Like, you know what I mean? So it's very Share Factory is a dope app, man. I think people should use it. It's free. It doesn't cost you a thing. And let's try it out, man. I'm pretty sure you're gonna learn it in like 1, 2, 3. It's gonna be pretty easy to learn. And once you do learn it and you just start adding on more effects and getting better, your video's gonna come out like top tier, man.
Okay.
Really great app.
I'm actually gonna I'm gonna try it for my Outriders review. I'm gonna try it. Chris, man, how you feeling about this Share Factory stuff, man? Yo, PlayStation can PlayStation, they ain't taking no losses, man. Like they keep winning. What's good with this, man?
Yeah. So I actually used Share Factory the other day for Near Replicant, or yesterday for Near Replicant, which was I put a couple of highlights of one of the bosses that I fight, the 2 guard bosses or whatever. So yeah, I mean, more stuff. I use it a lot. There's a weird thing that's going on. I don't know. I found other people have this problem, but for some reason, after like all these updates or whatever, like I can't upload like any of my my regular videos. Like if I get like a 30-second clip that I got on Near Automata, every time I go to upload it on Twitter, it keeps saying, "Oh, there's an error or I can't upload." So
I got that too. You got to restart your computer. I mean, your PC.
Okay, because I've been having it on rest mode. So somebody found a temporary fix that you have to go to the upload studio and then change the file to like MP4 and then extract it and then you can upload. So I don't know what the hell is going on with that. Like that's like weird to me. But
you ain't gotta do all that because I had the same issue after the update. I was trying to upload like a Outriders thing and I was getting this W whatever code error.
Yeah.
Can't send this video. All I did was I shut down the PS5, then I turned it back on, and then that same video I was able to just upload it. easy.
Okay, I'm gonna try that because I haven't turned off the PS5. Just leave it in rest mode. So maybe that's what it is. And the only thing I gotta ask you, Bari, is like for some reason, like when I go to Upload Studio, right, and I put multiple clips together, right, bunch them all in, I want to edit like the transitioning between the clips, but for some reason the transitioning edit is like blocked out for me like all the time. I don't know how to get into it. Do you know how I do that?
Nah, yeah, you press so whatever you want to edit, you press square with. Whatever you want to add is so you
No,
can
I know that.
highlight the transition thing and press square. And if you want to like take it all, delete it, there's like there's a tab there to edit transition, and you can do whatever you want to do from there.
Right, but for some reason it's always blocked out for me. It won't let me highlight it. I don't know. It's weird.
Word?
Yeah, I don't know what to do with that. Maybe I'm doing something wrong. Maybe I gotta figure that out on my own. But other than that, like I mean, obviously more improvements are. I think you can do it now. I know you can extract the videos because when you can choose, like it has like MP4, then it has like 2 other choices. You can extract them to be like completely 4K now, right? So
yep.
They're definitely when it comes to like sharing, broadcasting, and video editing or whatever, it's like Sony is definitely lead on that when it comes to like the consoles and like the software and the tools that the console itself provides you to edit videos. So yeah, absolutely amazing. It's gonna definitely maybe be a little bit more creative. Maybe I can start doing more videos on my YouTube channel, right?
Trust me, it makes it easy, bro. It makes it easy.
I think it's safe to say that they are giving gamers, they're encouraging gamers to share their experiences with the world. You understand? Because PlayStation, power to the players. You know, play has no limits. You understand?
Right.
This stuff is just look at how intuitive and how fleshed out and streamlined it is, right? Things like this, it brings out that creative spirit in gamers, right? It's like even people that might not be super creative, like they ain't no fucking, they ain't no Picasso, but you know, having these tools like this, it can interest them and be like, damn man, like I wanna try this out, I wanna do this. Good on PlayStation, man. Shout out to Share Factory. It really is a good, dope feature.
I ain't no artist or super duper editor like that, but you know, I be enjoying the stuff that I put out. You know what I mean? Like, I create a nice little cool combo video because of Share Factory. You know what I mean?
I like your combo videos and shit like that too, man. That's pretty dope. I'm gonna try to put out some. I'm gonna try to put out some nice stuff. I'm gonna try it this weekend. I'm gonna play around with the Share Factory. But yeah, man. So Share Factory update, guys. Definitely check it out if you got a PlayStation 5. Honestly, even if you got a PlayStation 4, I would say check out that Share Factory because there's a lot of great features and tools and things like that in the PS4 version of Share Factory. That I'm telling you guys, PlayStation really knocked it out the park because you really got your own personal Sony Vegas on the PlayStation for free. Because a lot of the stuff that you're doing in Share Factory, you can do in Sony Vegas as well, and it's just much more streamlined and much more simple to use and do on the PlayStation. It's crazy, bro. So definitely check it out. PS4 or PS5.
The only thing is, it's like it's a whole app itself. Like, and I get it. So it's like it will like say, you know, I got a clip or whatever, right? Then I want to, you know, while I'm playing the game and I want to go edit it quick in the Share Factory or whatever, it'll actually exit me out of the game. Like it sees itself as its own app or whatever. So I was kind of hoping that, because there's the same thing with PlayStation 4, I was kind of hoping that it doesn't completely exit, that you can still use the app while still being in the game or whatever.
Well, I think because Share Factory uses a lot of processing power. Like especially if you're going to be processing shit in 4K. If you're going to be processing stuff in 4K, they gonna want all that. They gonna want that.
Yo, because this Share Factory, they treat it like it's a separate game, because when you go to Share Factory, it says play game. Like on PS4 was an app. Your PS4 it did suspend or close out the app. It does the same thing here as well with this game. So but I get where it's coming from, because that would be nice as well. Like you can edit right there in the fly whatever you saved and then go back to your game. That would be dope as hell. But whatever you edit, it has to render. So it's doing the rendering, then it uploads to your media gallery, and then from the media gallery you can just take it out. So I get why they have to close out the game, but
yeah.
Dope.
Yeah. But yo, man, let's move on to something that kind of not surprising, but I definitely wanted to get the panel's thoughts on this, man. So PlayStation Now will begin rolling out support for streaming 1080p capable games this week. This rollout will occur during the next several weeks across Europe, US, Canada, and Japan, where PlayStation Now is available. So no more 720p streaming, fellas. We 1080p boys out here. So that's another thing checked off the list as a negative for the PlayStation, especially for PS Now. 1080p boys, we out here. 1080p boys, we out here. They cleaning it up, man. They cleaning it up.
Now it's gonna be, man. It should have been 1440p.
Exactly. Yo, Bari, man, lead us off with this, man. You the PS Now connoisseur, man. How you feel about this? How you feeling about this?
Like I've been saying since 2014, man. PS Now is a great service. People want to cap. People that don't want to use it and say that they want to share other people's thoughts and opinions on it that didn't use it as well. But yo, the service works, man. You know what I mean? As gamers, you know what I mean? We want a certain internet quality or a certain internet capabilities. Like, you know what I mean? We'll pay for like the best service to get it the highest speeds and all that stuff. But for some strange reason with PS Now, everybody's like, oh man, it's just laggy. but you pay for the best speed. Stop your lying. Stop lying. You're lying. But nah, this is great news, man. Just upping the quality, making things a little more clearer. Because it can get a little pixelated at times with some of the games, but 1080p should be a good enough resolution at 60 frames per second, where you're not even running that on a local device. You're running that in the cloud.
Yep.
And they've been doing the 10, not through PS Now, but the like remote play stuff has been like 1080p when you do that. Yeah. But everybody's hyping that now because the competition finally is doing it. But yeah, man, this is good news for those people that do subscribe to PS Now and are taking advantage of the streaming games. You get much more visual quality with your stuff.
Yeah. Chris, what's your thoughts on this?
Hold on. Come back to me. All
right, no doubt. So 1080p, I think it's a great thing. Again, it's another check off PlayStation Nation. It's another check off the list. What soon enough, people are going to be mad that PlayStation starts with a P. That's going to be their new gripes. You know what I'm saying? Like it's another check off the list. What more? It's 900 games, 1080p streaming. Download PlayStation 4 games. New games constantly being added. Top notch, low requirement for a quality experience in terms of internet requirements. You only need 5 megabits download.
Don't forget the cheapest the services.
Cheapest service. How could you not?
There's no competition.
No, there isn't. There's no competition. Don't debate me. Debate your mama. There's no competition. You trying to debate me? Not happening.
I'm back.
Go ahead,
I just got
Chris.
an Amazon package.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's good news. I mean, they're improving the service quality and everything like that. The only game that I've streamed, because I tested the PlayStation Now stream, I think it was last year. The only game that I streamed for a little bit was Metal Gear Solid 4, and it ran pretty well last year. So I don't know if they've improved it even more, but I want to play a whole game streaming just to try it out. I'm probably gonna play Trails of Cold Steel 2 because I know that's a long ass game and doesn't require a lot of input. But yeah, I mean, more improvements to PS Now. I agree with Bari. It is a great service. It might not have been the best when it first launched, but it's a lot better now. It's a lot more improved and everything like that with the game outputs. And so yeah, this is overall good news for PlayStation Now users, and it's a great service. Contrary to what you hear other people say, contrary to people say that PlayStation needs to have a service like this other service or whatever, they already do with PlayStation Now. It's a great service. So
I already have it.
Yeah, I encourage everybody to try it out. So great news.
Yeah, everybody keeps saying that there's no competition to the competition, but before the competition had the competition, that this PlayStation Now was there. You know what I mean? So I don't understand. Uh, as soon as like things like Game Pass came out, they changed PS Now where you can download the games now as well. But the fact that you still have a service where you can access multiple of games, for a much cheaper price. I don't see how people say there's no competition to something like Game Pass and stuff like. That's the stupidity in my find it. When I look at this, like you're capping. You're being a dummy on purpose. You know what I mean? But
they're willfully being ignorant. Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah.
But exactly. I digress. All right, yeah. So shout out to the 1080p PS Now streaming, man. PlayStation making big boy moves out here. Another move that I'm very excited about is I enjoy Genshin Impact. I enjoy it. I need to go back to it. But for my PlayStation 5 boys and girls out there, PS5 Genshin Impact PS5 update hits April 28th, and boy oh boy are they taking advantage of this. We're talking 4K 60 frames, and it's also just gonna it's gonna pop more, right?
Yo, you know what PlayStation should have did?
What?
Right? This gonna sound very wrong, but they should have made this update after Returnal. Because don't sleep. Genshin Impact is a big deal. And I'm pretty sure that anybody that loves this game and they got it on the PS and they have a PS5, they are definitely going to dive back into this game. Free to play game. A lot to do. This is a full-fledged online multiplayer type game, bruh. Well, PS5 updates and all that just before Returnal about to hit. Tell you, this game is going to have a lot of impact. No pun intended. This game is huge. Remember when it first dropped?
Yeah, this game is
10 million, 20 million people. Yeah, it's on the mobile as well. But PlayStation, it was hitting, it was booming. The performance was horrible. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now with the PS5, that performance about to get fixed. Oh man, a lot of people going to jump back into this game.
Yeah, I'm jumping back in. I want to read a little excerpt as well. So the PlayStation. So this is what the devs are saying about the update for the PlayStation 5. The PlayStation 5 hardware provides an ideal platform to experience Genshin Impact, making the world of Teviot even more detailed, more vivid, and more immersive. That's why we wanted to bring the PlayStation 5 version to players as soon as we could. At the same time, we've been working to develop various functions to fully utilize this next-gen console in the long run. We created a graphics library completely from the ground up, and we built a customized file loading system to take advantage of the powerful SSD of the PlayStation 5. So in future updates, we will have much more potential to elevate the visual quality, elevate the visual quality and game performance. We are only scratching the surface. With Genshin Impact, we want to transport you into a visually stunning and culturally diverse world. The all-new graphics library allows us to pack even more details into the game world. Look closely at your surroundings, and the high-res texture will tell you a unique story in every tiny detail. Raise your eyes to the horizon, and the enhanced level of detail distance will bring you an immersive view of landmarks near and far. Even better, the PlayStation 5 allows you to run all these details in native, capital N, we hit them with a spec ops set, native 4K resolution.
What does that mean, Persona?
What does that mean? Does that mean and or? If you have an HDR display, with our HDR support, you can enjoy an even more vibrant look of the world. Look at this, guys.
Jeez.
Look at this.
And the world already is vibrant in Genshin Impact. Beautiful. So
very, very beautiful. Chris, let's get your thoughts on this, brother. How you feeling about this, man?
Hit that HD. Hit that HD, Persona. Hit that HD real quick on that.
Yeah, well, this update is definitely makes me want to go back and play it because I haven't played it since I think the beta. And I enjoyed it. I very enjoyed it, but I know it's a game of if I get into it, I'm gonna be real into it. Then my backlog is gonna get bigger, and all these other games that have been coming out like since Genshin Impact, you know. So it's like it was kind of always like in the back of my mind, like, yeah, I definitely need to go back and play Genshin Impact. This update is definitely gonna make me go back because I was playing the game when it was a closed beta because I had got like a invitation to play the closed beta like early last year. And I really enjoyed it. I mean, it definitely, definitely there was the comparisons of Breath of the Wild. It definitely looks better because it's running on better hardware than Breath of the Wild. So I know they've done a lot to the game since I played it. A lot of updates, a lot of new characters and mechanics that they added. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna dive back in and see what's up. See if I can fully immerse myself in this world now that it's getting the upgrade to the PlayStation 5. So yeah, I mean, it's always great to see updates like this, like with this game, Final Fantasy 14, whatnot. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm excited. I put about maybe 10 hours into the game on PS4. It definitely on PlayStation 4 had a lot of performance issues. Like just running just running through the world, the frames would just
that's what made me stop playing
all over the place. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
crazy. It was bad. That's kind of what made me kind of like pull back a little bit from it, just because I'm like, plus there was a lot of other things coming out, man. Like there really were. There was a lot of other great games that I just, I had to get my hands on and I had to play, right? But and I'm gonna be honest, I won't be playing this no time soon, but I will play it because Returnal next Friday. I may dabble in it on Wednesday. I'll dabble in it. I'll toe dip the toe. I'll dip the toe. You understand? I'll dip the toe. Dip the toe.
Nah, I mean, Genshin. One thing about Genshin Impact is it's a game that's ever evolving. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of games that's coming out that probably is on your priority list than, Genshin Impact right now. But I'm just saying, like, this game is a big game, man. It's a huge game, but it's a great update, man, because this is what the game needed. So anybody that was looking to get back into there and enjoy it again, definitely, man. I know I'm gonna foot dip in there as well before Returnal hits.
Oh yeah.
But I'm gonna get on that Returnal on the 30th. But,
I was gonna say Returnal. I love Nier Replicant as well, and I know I'm not going to beat Nier Replicant by next Friday. I know that. Even Nier Replicant is taking a backseat to Returnal. Like once Returnal drops,
I'm going to try to beat. I'm going to try to beat.
I'm going to try to beat it.
I'll try to beat it. Pause.
At least get two endings before Returnal.
I'm gonna try to beat it. Pause. But by some crazy chance I don't beat it. Pause. It's taking a backseat just for a little bit. Because Returnal takes priority. I'm sorry.
You see a lot of previewers. So kind of funny. What's my man name? Blessed
Adeoke.
Yeah.
Adeoke.
He's saying that he doesn't know how a lot of reviewers is going to have their review up by next week because Returnal gets hard.
Yes, sir.
Hey, is there a difficulty setting as well for the game? No, right?
I don't think so.
No. These dudes. These dudes about to be like, hey, look, this is a review in progress.
Yeah, they're gonna have to learn. They gotta learn to adapt. But the thing is that we're gonna have another situation where a lot of reviewers probably gonna review this game and not beat it. You remember Days Gone interviewed both of those dudes, Jeff Ross and John Gavin. They was upset with that because they were saying that a lot of reviewers didn't beat the game completely.
Oh, and a lot of reviews were complaining about that one scene when they were getting married, when she said what she said, and they were like, when we were, they were like, John Garvin said John Garvin had said it in his interview with Jaffe, where he said, when he was reading reviews like that, where they were hearkening on that, he said he knew that they didn't play through the entire game or they were reviewing stuff based off earlier things and not really playing through the game because that part is actually explained later in the game. Yep. So I'm like, bro, like you had reviewers giving this game a 6 or a 7 or well, I don't want to say 6, a 7, but 7 is not really terrible, but giving this game a lower score than what it really deserved because you didn't finish the game. And this is the problem with the community. This is the problem in gaming, bro. And it's like no one seems to be speaking up. Like more people need to be speaking up about that. Because it's like, bro, like this studio might not be able to ever make a second Days Gone because you didn't finish the game. And your reviews, which the gaming community relies on so heavily, has turned somebody away from a potential purchase. You just took a potential purchase out of the developer's pocket because you ain't want to finish the game. Because Shorty said, "Ride me more than you ride your." Are you fucking kidding me? Are you kidding me?
That's offensive. Oh my god!
Fucking
How dare you?
This community is. All right, let's move on. Yeah. So Genshin Impact, man, April 28th, man. I'm really I'm excited. I'm really excited, man. I am gonna try it on the 28th, but I know between Nier and Returnal, it's gonna be short lived. It's gonna be.
There's a lot of games. There's a lot of games. Yo,
games.
anybody. Yo, this is what pisses me off though. Before we continue, Persona.
Yeah.
People talking about it's dry season, it's dry out here in gaming. How? Like, yo, there's mad stuff that came out, bro.
Yeah.
Like, yo, anything to fit anybody needs is there. You know, you like RPG is there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? You like fighting games, more content is being added. Yeah. How is it dry?
And we got new fighting games coming out. King of Fighters 15 and Guilty Gear Strive. So it's like
that's what I've been saying the same thing, bro. Like even before I got my PS5 a couple weeks ago, like I was already playing new games. Like in the beginning of the year, East 9 came out. I bought that shit day one, and then Persona 5 Strikers came out. I got it day one. Then Bravely Default came out, and then Destruction All Star came out, and then now near like so this whole year has been. It's just people gaming taste or shit. You know what I mean? They don't diversify in the type of games that they play. So for them, it's dry. That's what I always tell people. When you say that, it's like, don't say that gaming is dry because it's not. Just say that there's no games out right now that you're interested in playing.
Facts.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Facts.
That's the difference. It's like it's not dry at all. Like and then now from this month all the way up into September, there's at least one or two games that come out every single month until September that I'm interested in, that I'm going to get, you know. So it just like I'm talking literally every month.
My fault. Go ahead.
No, because you got Returnal coming out. Nier just came out. The next month you got RE8 coming out, right? And then I think the Shin Megami Remastered is coming out. And then in June, Intergrade with
Biomutant comes out in May as well.
Yeah, and then in July, The World Ends With You, and then in September, Kena, or I mean not Kena, in September, Tales of Arise, and then in August, Kena.
You skip the one of the most important months, June. June is dangerous.
No, I said Integrate and Ratchet and Clank.
No. We need to up that. We need to up that list. Guilty Gear, Ratchet and Clank, Final Fantasy Integrate, and Scarlet Nexus.
Oh,
June is wild, bro.
June is a scary month.
That's what I'm saying, dog.
I love it though.
It's like gaming is packed right now. It's like overwhelming right now.
Yeah, it is. We're getting into the crunch sessions. Summertime too. A lot of games getting beat. But yeah, no, you're right. You're absolutely right. All right, so let's move on to this Avengers news, right? Even though I know y'all don't play Avengers, me and Bari play Avengers, so we're gonna talk about this. Listen, very excited for this event because we was talking about this when we were looking at the roadmap, right? And so now it is the Tachyon Anomaly event is live from April 22nd to May 3rd. And essentially what that means is you can pick whatever character you want. So 4 Hulks, 4 Thors, 4 Miss Marvels, 4 Iron Mans, whatever you want to do. The Tachyon event allows you to play with the same characters over and over and over. So it is definitely going to allow for the matchmaking to be much, much more free and generous. I kind of wish they would keep this period, like, just let this be the norm. But this is pretty much what's happening. But Bari, man, give us your thoughts while I had this playing in the background. What's your thoughts?
Yo, I'm the complete opposite as you. I would like this as just an event because normally, like, when I play like multiplayer games, I think it's corny when you see the same character, that somebody has. I think that junk corny, man. Like, especially if the character is like a true character, it's not like a made up character just with a class. You know what I mean? That's a different thing. But you have 16 Iron Mans or 4 Iron Mans on the field. You know what I mean? Like, if that was how the game was originally, that would have been corny to me. But I do think this stuff is like fun as like an event, because now you can play 4 Thors or 2 Thors or 3 Thors, you know what I mean? And it just have fun with it, as an event. But we'll see. It depends on how much fun I have with it. Just playing with a whole bunch of people. Like, hey, we can pick the same characters now. If it's something that's really, really fun, then I'm like, hey, man, they should keep it. But just aesthetically, the looks, the optics. I personally don't like that stuff.
He said a buzzword, guys. Let's get the optics. Oh, they go to optics.
But yeah, man. We gonna be on this, man. We got to dip in there in that Avengers and see what's up, man.
Dip the toe.
We got to level up your Thor too. Just letting you know.
Yeah. Get my Thor up there. Yeah,
yo, imagine that, bro.
4
Thors.
Hey, yo, that's OP. That's OP. That's
yo,
OP.
you gonna wash through these event or these hives or anything, bro.
Open the Bifrost.
Yeah. The Thor is crazy, bro. Warrior Fury.
Yeah.
Bifrost. Yo, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's gonna be dope. We definitely got to jump back on there, play around with the different missions and see what's up. Very excited for this, guys. I'm not gonna lie. I definitely do still need to finish the Hawkeye story as well. So it gives me a reason to get back on there and try that. So the Anomaly, again, the Attacking Anomaly event runs from April 22nd to May 3rd. So if you guys want to jump into there and play that with your friends, and you all want to play as Iron Man, Thor, whatever, have at it. Enjoy. Now let's get into some news that I personally. I want to go in on this, right? But not in the way that you think. Cyberpunk, CD Projekt Red, Cyberpunk 2077, right? Shout out to Z Huge, man. I've been following him for a very long time.
You and Chris can tackle this, man. I'm gonna sit back and listen to y'all.
So new data from CD Projekt Red has the disgrace of the gaming industry. Cyberpunk 2077 has sold 13.7 million copies by the end of 2020. Witcher 3 had its second best year in history in 2020 as it has sold 30 million units. Next-gen console editions of both Cyberpunk and Witcher 3 will launch H2 2021. I don't believe this. Then let's get into, in regards of the 13.7 million units sold, let's look at the breakdown. So, we really just going to focus on the PlayStation 4. So 28% or 3.84 million copies were sold on the PlayStation 4. Disgusting. Units sold by platform, obviously 56% was PC. Obviously, this ain't the show for the way I really want to talk. But, all right, whatever. 28% to PlayStation. I mean, listen, the game got taken off the store. And it's still doing numbers. It's still charting. You understand? Because this is what PlayStation does. And then 17% to the green thing. I don't know that we don't talk about that here. Anyway, listen. This game deserves no sales, none whatsoever. I don't care. I don't care how you feel.
I'm in tears.
I don't care how you feel.
Yo, because I know Persona. Yo, he's about to go in, and I know he's smiling. That's to talk bad about the studio. Yo, I'm legit like crying because I'm listening to it.
It's disgusting. This game deserves no sales. The game is still being developed before your eyes. Look at that. We talked about it a couple weeks ago here on the channel. The patch list was as long as the goddamn Bible. Disgusting. This game deserves no sales on no platform. Disgusting. But they're gonna post it up. Oh, we sold 13 million. What does that tell you? Oh, we could release broken games all the time, and we still gonna get the sales.
That also tells you that a lot of people. It's how bad it is. A lot of people were anticipating this game. You know what I mean? So they went out and bought it, No Game Pass needed, no PS Now, none of that. People were just anticipating the game and they went and buy it.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it was a shit show.
Yeah.
But,
Bari, it also proves another thing, that PC gamers can buy games. This ain't the show for that. Sorry. Listen.
Yeah, man.
Chris,
you know what?
I
seen a number that also said that only 30,000 refunded the game.
Oh yeah.
Bullshit.
And I think it's more than that.
That's crazy to me because it looked like a lot of people got the refund. But CD Projekt man, listen, man, props to them for being the biggest snake oil salesman in the industry. You know what I mean? Like they they got a lot of people. They almost got me. I was about to buy day one as well, but there was just a lot of things I was seeing leading up to it. I was like, nah, I'm gonna fall back and wait and see, and I'm glad I did. So I'm probably, by the time I play this game, it's probably gonna be like next year. And when they finally do have it, because remember, they still don't have a patch for
Bari,
PS5.
Chris, by the time the game works, it'll be next year. So yeah, that's a good thing.
That's what I'm saying. And even now, like, I'm all about supporting devs and all that stuff, but I'm just thinking about like, nah, because the way they did this, I'm thinking about just buying the game used cheap. You know, I don't know. Yeah, it's ridiculous. A lot of people were definitely anticipating the game. Like, it definitely had a lot of hype and whatnot. But for them to come out and to be bragging about this and stuff like that, and they still have a lot of issues about the sales or whatever, it's like, yeah, man, it's like, it's not a good look for the industry. Like, they definitely have lost my trust. I don't even care if they come out with The Witcher 4. I'm not gonna buy it day one. I'm just gonna wait and see how it turns out. And yeah, it's the
only way I play another CD Projekt Red game is if it's gifted to me. I will never buy another CD Projekt Red game again.
The premise for Cyberpunk was so good too, man. But
yeah,
it was just so disappointing, man. I was like, damn, because I was hyped for this game as hell. Me and Persona was going back and forth like for months, man. When it came to CD Projekt, I was hyped for this game, and then I legit had to, I had to put the clown mask on. When the game came out, I was like, this joint is. It's crazy. Like, this is not what they promised. Like, you know what I mean? And then you hear all these stories that's coming out. Like, they ain't really start development for this joint like a year ago.
2 years ago. Yeah, it was.
What the hell's going on, bro? Y'all are looking at live development right now. They are developing a game while it's in your home.
It's early access.
Early access, bro. You got the nerve. I got my refund. I paid 3-4 hours of that shit. I was like, oh no. The lighting was bad. The shit looks sub HD. No.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Grand Theft Auto 5, which is like a PS3 game, is doing a lot more with the world and the NPCs and the AI and stuff like that than the 2020 game. It's crazy. But yeah, I digress.
Yep. What they say? Oh, what they say? Oh yeah, we didn't think that that many people on the consoles. We didn't really see an issue with the console version of the game. Stop lying. Oh, 13 million. I feel sorry for you, 13 million folks. Well, no, I don't feel sorry for the PC people, but my console peoples. I feel sorry for us, man.
Yeah, the PC was working fine, right? According to people in the community.
Yeah,
PC still had its problems.
Issues.
They still had problems.
Yeah,
but
it was
this
the
goes.
least amount.
This goes to another point. A buggy mess. That's what was used in reviews, and it's what is. You know what? Let's do this. Meta.
Nah, I'm pretty sure it's pretty the same. What, like 88, something like that?
I think
it's a 90.
I think so. Hold on, Cyberpunk.
No, on PC it's like an 85. I think 86.
Yeah, it's 85.
Yeah,
it's 85.
Yeah.
Oh, so it dropped then. It dropped.
Yeah, like 90 reviews. A game like this can get an 85, but Days Gone gets a 70 whatever because she wants you to ride me like you ride the Harley.
Well, no, Persona, I had technical issues as well. That's what you're gonna say.
This game was like, why did they come out a game when it's not ready? We didn't need a day one patch for Days Gone. Well, I love Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk's great. It's a great game. Lying ass bastards. Anyway, let's move on.
I am still interested to play that game though, Cyberpunk, but
I'm good, man.
I'm very hesitant now to support them because of the news that I'm hearing about the game.
Yeah, I'm interested as well when it's finished and when they have a PlayStation 5 version. That's when I'm interested.
Yo, they got to redevelop the game from the ground up for me. Next gen only. I'm not taking no next gen patch. I want the game remade from the ground up for next gen. If you ain't doing that, I ain't buying. All right, let's move on. So,
off the topic question: do you guys know how to use chopsticks?
Yes.
Like good, like efficiently?
Yes.
Okay, all right. You from Queens, so that's a.
Nah, I suck.
Fuck that means.
I suck at using chopsticks.
A lot of Queens people I know they like sushi and they know how to use them chopsticks and all that.
I love yeah.
I can't use it for the life of me.
Sushi. I eat sushi with a chopsticks. I don't use like a fork and I use chopsticks. It's disrespectful to like be eating
I don't know
sushi
I don't know how to use it. I got chopstick right in front of me. I'm like, yo, how do you use this shit? All right, go ahead. My bad.
You put one chopstick. All right, so the first chopstick is gonna rest between your thumb and your index finger, and then the second chopstick is going to be between your index finger and your middle finger, or excuse me, not your index finger and middle finger, and that's how you kind of do it. You clamp, like it's like a clamp. You turn it into a clamp. At least that's how.
Yeah, I'm with you, BG man. Pass the fork, yo. You know what I mean? I ain't trying to look pretty when I'm eating. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna learn it. I'm gonna learn it. Just for the culture.
Oh my god, I love chopsticks. Shout out to the chopsticks. Listen, for all my Battlefield people out here, man. Hopefully, DICE and EA will do you guys justice, because Activision and Treyarch, they shitted on us COD guys when it came to our game. So hopefully your game will be better. But yes, a new Battlefield is on the way. It's been announced, and they put out an article pretty much talking about how they got a lot to show, a lot to talk about. More information is definitely going to be coming in 2021. For my Battlefield boys, I'm gonna be honest, I'm not really into Battlefield like that. But I might give this a try just because I need a shooter. I need a shooter.
They're going on the same path as COD. Mobile game coming.
Oh yeah, mobile game is coming. All that bullshit. Yeah. I mean,
I'm gonna look at Battlefield the same as you too, so I'm gonna look at Battlefield with a more,
open mind.
Eyes to try to open mind to try it.
Yeah.
Cause like I bought most of the Battlefields, but I just every time I get into the game, I'm like, yo, these motherfuckers, like, this joint is boring.
But depending, because it's being made for next gen consoles, so depending on how it looks, how it plays, how it feels, I'm most likely gonna give it a chance.
It's not coming out for like the last gen consoles.
Cross gen. I don't think they announced it yet, but I'm
sorry to cut you off, Chris. They only talked about the next gen versions in here. They said that 2020 is an exciting time for us here at DICE, working with more world-class development studios with EA, with Electronic Arts. We have our biggest team ever on the Battlefield game for console and PC. Our friends at Criterion and DICE LA are working with us to share a vision for the game, while the team in Gothenburg is taking technology in the game to the next level. Together, we're going to create a jaw-dropping experience for you to enjoy in 2021. Then later on here, he speaks about massive battles, and he says, massive battles packed with more players and mayhem than ever before, all brought to life with the power of next-gen consoles and PCs. So, I don't know if it's, don't take my word for it. But they're really, he's talking about what's going to be capable and done on next-gen consoles and PCs. Not saying that it might be cross-gen, but the way he's talking about how some of the battles are going to be taken advantage of on next-gen consoles and PCs, I would think that this might be a next-gen only title. Now I could be wrong. I don't think because they get a lot of sales.
So I do enjoy Battlefield. Like, I definitely love Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4. I didn't play Hardline. I played 1 and I played 5. I enjoyed 1, 5 not so much. So yeah, I'm definitely excited for this new Battlefield coming up, especially if they're going back to modern times, because that's what people have been asking for. Because the last two have been World War I and World War II. We're definitely going back to modern times, increase the player count, increase the destructible environment. Because everybody knows that Battlefield, especially 3 and 4, is the superior online shooter than COD. Everybody knows that.
Relax.
Relax. It's superior than Call of Duty. I know y'all call it drones.
Nah, yo, 4 was dope though. I enjoyed 4.
Yeah. So the only thing is like, I wonder. The only thing I've never really liked about Battlefield is like the progression system and how you unlock the weapons or whatever. Sometimes it feels like it takes forever. I don't know. Maybe it's me, but I hope they improve the progression. Go ahead.
What I don't like is how they do like teams. Like, say you want to play with a friend. Yo, EA and all their games has just always been shitty when it comes to like playing with friends, man. Facts. Like the private lobby or friend lobby, it's like a roll with the dice. Like, oh, you might get in, you might not get in, or you might be another team, you might not be. You know what I mean? I don't like that at all, man. When it comes to their games.
Yeah, and it was the same thing with Battlefront.
Same thing.
like joining your like even just joining your friends while they're playing or whatever. It was like a hassle, and keeping everybody in the same team was a hassle.
I don't like it at all.
I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. It's been when was the last Battlefield that came out in 2018 or 2019? I'm not sure.
Battlefield 1?
19.
No, it was Battlefield 5. It was the World War
19,
II one.
19.
Oh, I missed that one. Last one I bought was
so 3 years. Yeah. So 3 years. So I'm expecting them to go big with this one. I'm expecting big things from this one. So I'm excited.
Yep. I may give it a chance, man. COD has really pushed me away. I don't see myself. I'm definitely not buying this year's COD. I'm not.
I'm good.
I'm not. But like I don't see myself if they're not making. I don't see myself ever buying another COD ever again. I'll be honest.
Bro, like, Persona, look at the Call of Duty, the Charlie Intels and everything. Look what the ads that they pushing. The new ads, season 3
Warzone.
And all that.
Yes,
they're not even talking about the core mode. They're talking about Warzone, bro.
Yeah,
it's all Warzone.
I don't want to see that shit. I don't care about that.
And that's the great thing about that. I'm optimistic about this new Battlefield is that they don't have a huge successful battle royale game to where they got to take resources from their main development to work on the battle royale game. It's all going to be just in Battlefield. So because that's what they're doing with COD, right? That's why y'all don't like COD, because they're taking away from the multiplayer.
They're taking away from the core multiplayer, bro. Like the maps, the guns, the shit that really needs to be like added in and changed, bro. What happened? Like, even map packs, bro. Back in the day, the map packs used to be 4 multiplayer maps, and a new zombie map. Yo, we'll be lucky if we get 1 map, and like all this zombie shit and all this war zone shit. Nah, bro.
If we get a map, it's not new. It's not a new map.
Yeah, it's a rehash of some bullshit. They've been doing that a lot for a couple of CODs, and I'm like, yo, man, I'm done, bro. Like I can't keep supporting this because you're not giving me as a long time. Like I ain't some COD player that just started playing COD, man. Like I've been playing COD since the beginning, 10+ years, man. Like I know, like, and no disrespect. But a lot of motherfuckers not gonna tell me. You're not gonna tell me. You're not gonna tell me more than what I already know when it comes to COD, man. I know how COD's supposed to play, how it's supposed to move, how the gun's supposed to be, how the map's supposed to be laid. I know. This shit ain't COD, man. I can't keep supporting this, man. I can't. It's not fun. Modern Warfare, it wasn't fun. What made it? Well, it wasn't fun at all. But I stuck it through. I tried I played Modern Warfare longer than I played Cold War. I can't explain to you why. I think
we were forcing ourselves to enjoy Modern Warfare, bro. You remember?
Yeah.
You was like, yo, Persona, you want to play? We're like, nah, not. Yeah, all right, man. Boot it up. Invite me. Like we were forcing ourselves to play. We was like, yo, maybe we'll get good. Maybe we'll do this. Maybe if you level up, maybe we'll do that.
But with Treyarch, the reason why I can't play Treyarch as much as I did Modern Warfare is because it hurts more. Because Treyarch is my favorite developer, and they are the ones that make the best CODs and really do right by the players. This shit here, nah, man.
It's the first Treyarch game I felt like is just a rehash. And I mean, and they copy in Infinity War that hasn't put out a good Call of Duty in years, and I'm like, yo, you copying their format because it's making you bank. That's why I say, yo, it's I don't care about how much the company's making bank wise. Like this is good for business. It depends on how I feel as a gamer. If I don't like the game and what you're doing, regardless if it's good for business, I'm not going to support it. Same thing with PlayStation. I'm not going to support it.
Yeah, I agree, man.
And I love I love Treyarch, man. You know what I mean? I was enjoying Cold War for a minute when when we first was playing, and it was smooth, it felt faster, what I mean? They lied to us about Ninja and all that stuff was cool, but then as you get better and you progress, online connections getting worse, matchmaking getting worse, ghost bullets start happening, you're shooting dudes close up, then he's not even hitting the motherfucker. I'm like, yo, what is going on with this game, bro? And then now map packs, free maps, guys, free maps. Old maps,
one map,
different variation of the same map that came with the base game. Then all of a sudden, guys, we did updates for maps. They just cut off pieces off the map, talking about this is new map. Nah, man, it's not a new map. You just cut off a piece that didn't make no sense in the game originally because nobody was going there, and you want to issue that off as new map.
Yep. And I'm like,
Crazy,
yo,
man.
man, like I can't keep supporting this. So like, I'm being serious when I say this. I most likely am never going to buy another COD again. I'm off that train. Like I'm done. Because now you cutting into my enjoyment of COD, which is the 6v6 multiplayer. I don't give a fuck about zombies.
They don't care
I don't
about.
give
They
a
don't
fuck
care
about
about that.
Warzone. I don't give a fuck about no story. I only care about multiplayer 6v6.
Yeah, fast games. Like, yo, one thing I
Fucking up
loved
my
about
shit,
COD
bro.
is that, you have work in the morning. Oh, let me just play a couple of matches, COD. Quick games. Boom, boom, boom. Do your thing. Call your nukes. Call your score streaks. All right, man, about to go to work. You can't do that with Warzone. That's a commitment. You got to sit down there for whatever, you know what I mean, or how long you can last. You know what I mean? If it pisses me off, man. That the core multiplayer mode is not being cared about anymore.
Nope.
And the thing is, Cold War. I'm not saying it was a bad game with that. It had a lot of issues that just added up and annoyed me. Because the story for Modern Warfare was great. I didn't finish the story for Cold War because I just stopped playing the game. I was like, nah, I can't do this. But they had like something there, but they didn't want to support it. There's a lot of issues and complaints that we're saying. Oh, Warzone, 38 gig update, 40 gig update, Warzone. Fix this gun in Warzone, but in core mode, the shit is wrecking through people. I was like, yo, that's crazy, man.
Listen, man, Battlefield may be that move. Battlefield has post-quarter modes as well, too.
Oh yeah, bro, don't get it twisted. I used to destroy dudes in Battlefield. That's why I keep telling people, we play COD, but I used to destroy people in Battlefield. People. When they saw me in Battlefield, like, yeah, Jay Bari, come to the lobby, man. Come on. Jay Bari, yo, you liking Battlefield? You're new, right? It's good? Top of the leaderboard. Stop playing with me. I do this. But at the end of the day, the game is boring. But if this Battlefield is good, yeah, we in it. All right, Persona.
I was playing the sounds while you were talking.
Oh,
Yeah. Hey, yo, man, I feel the same. Yo, listen, I feel the same way, man. It sucks. Like I'm most likely real talking, and I don't like. I always thought COD was better than Battlefield for a long time. Like Battlefield, the only one I liked was Bad Company 2.
Yo, listen, there's no greater feeling than getting a high score.
Siege is still my favorite out of all the
destroying people.
Hey man, real talk. I'm gonna buy this Battlefield this year. I'm gonna buy it.
I gotta see how it's looking first before I buy it. I ain't gonna put no trust in EA before I buy Battlefront before I buy Battlefield. To be honest.
I love Battlefront.
Yeah, Battlefront. Battlefront.
And Battlefront 2, they kind of did some things wrong, but
it was still good though. Yeah, I still enjoyed Battlefront 2.
All right, yo, let's get into this. One of the big news is this China Hero PlayStation China press conference 2021 is set for April 29th, right? Now, here's the kicker, right? Here's the kicker. Lost Soul Aside is going to be there. Gematsu said Lost Soul Aside will likely appear at the PlayStation China press conference. The developer, OT0 Games, posted the following on its official Weibo account on April 23rd and 24th, respectively. And that's them shouting out the China PlayStation conference. Mm-hmm. Could we be getting a Lost Soul Aside release date?
About time.
Man, it's about time. Are you excited for this, fellas?
Yo, this is great, man, because what is it, the 29th? Or the 28th?
Yeah. 29th.
And, then the next day we got Returnal. So we getting gaming news that people was anticipating some games. Mm-hmm. And then we got a game that we're anticipating. We getting this is the best of both worlds. Yep. You know what I mean? So
yeah, I mean, I'm definitely excited. I definitely want to see more Lost Soul. What is going on with that game? That game was revealed 4 years almost.
Yeah, it's been a while.
And it's been a while. So I'm very hoping that we hear some news of Lost Soul Aside. I'm definitely looking forward to more titles coming from China, because China is about to be big in the gaming space. You know what I mean? I mean, they already are, but they're coming out because there's other indie games like, I don't know if y'all heard of Project DT, which is like Nier Automata, but it's like an indie game from like a Chinese developer. It looks like Nier Automata or whatever. So yeah, and this goes more towards, because I don't know if if the Japanese indie studio thing is a topic for like PlayStation. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
that's another one too. Yeah.
But that kind of kills that narrative that PlayStation, they're not investing in smaller indie titles. They're not investing in these smaller AA games from Japanese studios or Chinese studios or whatever. Like this whole week completely like debunks that like PlayStation is still, in touch with that side of, with the Asian market and whatever, and I think Jim Ryan said something about that too. So yeah, super excited. I mean, more games, more content for PlayStation. We finally get to see like another region, like what they're gonna bring to the gaming industry or whatever, like from China. So yeah, I'm definitely very excited to check this out. So
yeah, a lot of cool games we already saw from there, like the Fist game, Lost Soul Aside. There was a lot of cool games that
A lot of good games.
we're waiting for just to see when they're gonna come out or whatnot. So
yeah,
hopefully they do show this stuff some more, and we actually see some dates and things like that for it.
Yep. All right. Yeah, I'm really excited for the China Hero. I hope we get a Lost Soul Aside gameplay release date. That's like top of my list, right? But let's get into the nitty gritty. Last news topic, then we get into the discussion. Tales of Arise. Y'all know I was talking about this. You know we was talking about this. Listen, man, this game looks so beautiful, right? Let's run through the details, right? So we get some more direct feed. I'm showing y'all a couple screenshots. Look how beautiful the game look. This game is going to be on next-gen consoles, 4K. It's going to have a performance mode with 60 frames per second, and it's also going to have a resolution mode with 4K, right? Look at these direct feed screenshots. Look at these screenshots, bro. Oh, my God, man. Look how beautiful this game looks, right? Now, release dates. Well, we're also going to be getting anime. So Famasu also confirmed that the anime studio Ufotable will be the ones producing the anime sequences for Tales of Arise. So high quality stuff right here. We get a little snippet.
We're noticing a lot of that stuff with a lot of JRPGs, like they get in a lot of the anime side.
Yep.
And I think PlayStation is realizing that too, man. That's why they securing that over there in the anime side of things, man. It's like, I want the license for that. I create the anime.
And like I said, PlayStation 5, and never mind the other. PlayStation 5 version of this game is going to be released at simultaneously. So you guys, if you want to buy the PS5 version, you can get that. And like I said, performance mode 60 frames per second, graphics mode 4K, the best of both worlds. Now let's get into the release dates, man. Release dates. We're talking Tales of Arise. It comes out in Japan on September 9th, and it hits the West September 10th. Right, September 10th. Looking lovely. Looking lovely, right? And then let's get into. I want to show you guys one more thing, right? One more thing.
A collector's edition. You gotta show that.
Yo,
they got different collector's edition with each region.
Yeah, they do, which I'm kind of not happy about a little bit. I'm looking for it. Here we go.
The UK one looks pretty dope.
So the pre-order bonuses, right? So digital. This is the regular pre-order bonuses. You get the Alphen and Shinon customization items, which gives you the dope little Sephiroth wings, right? Which looks dope. Exclusive cooking recipes, right? And then with the digital deluxe edition, you get the premium costume pack, right? And we actually get a look at some of the other characters that will be that'll be in our team. These are like some of the same people, though. I think it's the same. At least the first three. And then
the costume packs. Yeah,
that costume. Premium.
The only thing I hated about this Persona is the fact that they showed you like the characters that you're gonna be on, getting throughout the story. Like I wish they kind of let that little surprise.
Yeah, I agree.
Well, it is what it is.
I agree. And then the Ultimate Edition. So this is the digital Ultimate Edition, right? 109. This is 109, boys. So boys and girls. So
you're gonna pay that 100.
Be prepared. You get the collaboration costume pack, this is a secret, so they're probably going to show us this a little bit later. You get the premium costume pack, premium item pack, premium travel pack. Then you get the school life pack. Well, now this looks pretty dope right here. You get the school uniforms, you get the beach time pack, and you get the Warring States pack, which that red on these characters. Look, this is most likely going to be my setup. Is the
Yeah,
Warring
all,
States
all,
pack.
all the weebs is going for the beach pack persona. You know the
Yeah,
vibes,
yeah,
man.
I already know. Right, and then let's get into this
Oh, this
buttery.
is like the Warren States is like the samurai games that they're doing. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, and I love that red, bruh. That red looking too nice, man. Yeah, that Warring States pack is most definitely the pack that I'm the costumes I'm gonna be using for my characters, right? And then let's get into this. Then this is the American version of the collector's edition, and the American version of the collector's edition, and it's a Bandai Namco store exclusive, so you can only get this at Bandai Namco store. Shout out to Bari, man, because I was out when he hit me up. I was like, "Yo, it's up. The collector's edition is up. Go now,
Yeah,
now."
he's staying
Why
on the
are you
phone
the
talking to
phone?
me. I'm like, why are you on the phone?
Why are you
Go
on the
ahead.
phone? No, go get it now. So shout out to my boy Bari, man. He came through for
Sona
your
knows
boy.
already. These things go quick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
I'm pretty sure
I'm
it's
very
probably sold
happy.
out already.
It most likely is. But with the collector's edition, you get the game, obviously, and like I said, PlayStation 5 version. So this is a PlayStation 5 collector's edition, right? You get the steelbook, which man, that steelbook look nice, man. That art looks really nice, right? Then you get the statue, right? Which I'm really liking this statue right here. When I move into my new place, I'm actually gonna get like a statue, like a shelf to put like all my statues on and display. So this will be a nice addition. Physical digital soundtrack, 64-page art book, which looks pretty dope. And so for some reason you don't get the ultimate edition, or the deluxe edition of the game. It's just the base game, which I'm not sure why the American version of the collector's edition has that, because the
Don't do.
European version has the
And the
deluxe edition and the Japanese version. So I'm like, why does the American version not get that? Bandai, I need you to fix that. So yeah, that's the collector's edition. Very, very, very exciting. So yeah, let's break this down, man. Start with you, Chris. How you feeling about this?
It looks absolutely amazing. I'm definitely picking it up day one. I'm definitely liking what I'm seeing from the gameplay aspects of it. I haven't played a lot of Tales of games. The ones that I played Tales of Vesperia when it came out on the 360. I really loved that game. That was like one of my favorite JRPGs of that generation. I still need to go back and continue my playthrough of Berseria, which would start off real good. I like the characters or whatever. But as far as what I'm seeing from the gameplay, it's definitely looking like they've improved a lot with the combat and the animations and that transitioning from dodging and rolling and stuff like that. Because that's one of my biggest complaint with the Tales of game, like with like Berseria or whatever, is like the dodge and like the combos that you do felt very stiff and not as fluid compared to other action JRPGs, like the East or something like that. So I'm definitely curious to see what the story is about. I definitely see the two main protagonists. I guess they have Genova cells in them because they have the one-winged angel.
Mm-hmm.
They have the one-winged angel looks to them and whatnot. But this is a game when they first debuted. I think it was about almost 2 years now since when they first debuted at E3. I always thought like, yeah, this definitely look like it's going to be their most ambitious and most improved Tales of games. So it's definitely a day one. This year has been absolutely amazing when it comes to JRPGs. I think this year is like just nothing but JRPG dominance, from like the games that are coming out earlier this year to the games that are coming out. Then now we got Tales, the release dates and whatever. It's just like overwhelming right now. But it looks absolutely phenomenal, man. I really, really, really can't wait to try this game. I'm just hoping that the story is amazing. From what I've seen, the story does look great. I definitely like the character models and the look of the characters, especially the girl in the dress. I don't know their names yet, so I don't know if they said it already. But the girl in the dress kind of reminds me of Elfit from Guilty Gear, because they got they got the same dress, they got the same guns.
I mean, her name is Elfit as well. That's her name.
For real?
Yes, that's her name, Elfit.
Oh, damn, that's crazy. Wow, so they really ripped off Guilty Gear. They really ripped off Guilty Gear. But, yeah, man, I think this is a game that's definitely going to be a treat for us, especially people who's stuck around with Tales of games. Like I said, I'm not biggest Tales of fan because I've only played very, very few, but it's an ongoing series that's been around since since the PS1. I think it's been around for a while. It's like almost 25 years, right, since that series been going on.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
So it's always great to see a long running series like get bigger and better and improve, and this is definitely Bandai Namco stepping their game up from what I've seen so far. And like the environments are also kind of remind me of like the big vast environments from like Dragon Quest 11 as well, which is a good thing. Go ahead.
I actually think her name might be Night isn't Elfit. I think I just seen Elfit somewhere. I think her name is Shimon.
No, her name is Donna. And
Donna?
then
Rena. Why did I say Elfit? I seen Elfit somewhere when I was looking at it just now. It made me.
Because she looked exactly like Elfit when she was shooting that gun and doing the little sniper kind of thing.
Yeah. That was the first thing she reminded me of. I was like, oh shit, they got Elfit in the game.
Yeah. Another thing too, man, with this game, and I'm gonna let you go, Bari. I just want to say one thing. They took their time. Like looking at the gameplay and like the world and the combat, they really took their time with this. This is what I want. This is what I want from JRPGs, man. I'm not asking for like super realistic graphics and all this other shit, but just upping your craft a bit, right? Like, yo, man, when you compare this to Tales of Berseria in terms of like aesthetic, look, and combat and everything, it's a level up, right? It looks phenomenal, man. It looks great. This is what I want from like other, and I get it with some smaller JRPG makers. It's kind of hard to do that without the right funding, but this is like my dream and my hope for JRPGs moving forward. It's like, yo, just that level up, man. We going into next gen. Yeah. You want to see that level up with the JRPGs, man. Honestly, like I honestly do. So, this just has me like triple more excited. Tales of Arise, because the aesthetic, it just looks so good. It looks good. It looks fun. The combat looks great. The characters look interesting. The world looks beautiful. I'm excited, man. Like I'm legit excited for this game. All right, go ahead, Bar.
Yeah.
Oh nah, man. I share the same sentiments, man. The aesthetic looks amazing. They just up in their craft. It's similar to like Dragon Quest 11. Dragon Quest always looked like a great game, very colorful, very vibrant. But when they added that Unreal 4 engine to the game, it's just like, whoa, this is what you can take an anime type looking game, open world type game, and just make it look beautiful. You know what I mean? So I'm getting the same type of vibes with Tales. But one thing, like I said, man, one thing I like about Tales, because I got into the Tales series last generation, where Zestiria was like my first Tales game. And I fell in love with the game because the Tales series was doing stuff that other RPGs games would do it, but they didn't do it as good as the Tales. It's like the dialogue, man. Just like when you just traversing in the world, I love that stuff. I would sit down and I would just listen to them go back and forth, or when a conversation prompt pop up, I'm like, oh, I got to see what they're talking about. That's what conversation they're gonna do. You know what I mean? I enjoy that stuff, man, because it helps build the character. And the combat was decent at best, especially with Zestiria. With Berseria, it got way better in my opinion. But I do agree with like the rolling and dodging. That stuff kind of felt clunky. This one, just the look of it, it looks like they upped their game with that. And I like the fact that in the combat, it kind of pans out, so you get a better field of view of things. Because I always hated like the target locking in Tales games. Just due to how close it can be with the characters, and you're trying to see what enemies attacking you, so you're gonna obviously pan over with your right stick and it will switch over to the enemy that you're not trying to attack. But it looks like they kind of fixed that with this game here, man. But I'm super excited for the story. I can't wait to see those tail elements when you're traversing and you're just talking and having great conversations, and hopefully the story is as good as like Zestiria and Berseria and
Berseria, man. That story, Berseria's story, man, that was an amazing story. Jesus.
Yeah, it's a definitely good story.
Vesperia, the story is good too. The thing with Vesperia is just the gameplay. You can just tell it was way dated. I wish I played Vesperia when it actually came out, because playing it after they played those two, it was like, yo, this the battle system.
Yeah,
Like,
I
it's
played
hard.
I played
It's
it when
hard.
it first came out on the 360, and I loved it. I was like, this game is like amazing. But then now it's like when I go back to it, it's like, whoosh, you know, it was rough.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I definitely do think that Japanese developers, as far as like with these JRPGs, are definitely going to start leveling up, because from the PlayStation 4 generation, we've had like a big resurgence and like a big renaissance
Absolutely.
of JRPGs. Like
Absolutely.
JRPGs have come back stronger than ever before. You got games like Persona 5 selling 5 million, Dragon Quest selling 5 to 6 million. You know, games like Nier Automata and all that stuff. So it's like, it's definitely not. They're definitely making more money, so they definitely have no issues putting more money into. And as technologies progress, as they get away from the old consoles and start developing more for PS5, yeah, man, we're gonna start. I think we're gonna start seeing some really good, high quality JRPGs.
Yeah, because
before
the animations is just getting better too, man. Because
exactly,
just looking at Arise, I'm like, yeah, well, they nail it with the animations too. Like, it's not those stiff, stale animations that just look cool because of a whole bunch of lights and glimmer, but they actual animate the body parts and all that stuff now with the JRPG. So yeah, I'm loving
and another thing I noticed is like the enemies. I'm not sure if the other Tales games had it. I don't remember, but the enemies seem to have like a weak point. Like when they were fighting like that rock monster or whatever, he had like a weak point.
Yeah, the break point, yeah.
Oh yeah, weak point.
They had it in the other ones. It's not.
okay.
This one, it looks like it's more defined though, where you can use it as. But you can break enemies and all that stuff. Other ones.
Yeah. So that's Tales of Arise, guys. You know, if you're interested in the game, you can pre-order it now on the PlayStation 5, or the PlayStation 4 store. You can get the standard, the digital deluxe, and the ultimate editions. That's 60, 80, or 70, and then 109. Also, collector's edition, you get it exclusively at the Namkai Bandai store. You know,
so on the $70 games, you're paying $109. What's Persona?
I'll buy it. I mean, listen, I ain't got no problems. But you know, that's me. But all right, let's get into this topic, man, because you know my boy Jimmy Ryan. Jim Rai, you feel me?
Jimmy R.
JR. He had an interview, man, with Nikki, which is a Japanese publication site, and the highlights, right? Because this is what I've wanted. This is what we've wanted for quite a while. Is just speak up. We need you. We want to know. We want to know. Like, I don't care what people say. I'm gonna speak up. I want to know. I want to know the information. I want to know the news, right? So he says, we will make sure that the PlayStation 5 generation has more exclusive software than ever before. Hope to announce our cloud strategy when the time is right. Let's start there, fellas. More exclusives, exclusive software than ever before. PlayStation 4 had a lot.
PS2 had a lot.
PS2 had a lot. If we're talking about topping those generations,
PS1 had a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys, fellas, I'm scared. In a good way. I'm scared. I don't think the gaming community is ready for that.
To be fair, like the word exclusive does have a lot of meaning now.
Yeah, it's different meanings. Yeah,
it could be, oh, this is exclusive for a couple of months, or this is exclusive only on this platform, console platform. Or it could be exclusive, DLC or content within the game. It could be. It's a very generic statement, but in today's day and age, you can take that statement like, what do you really mean? If he had said this like 10 years ago, you already know the vibes. It's like, oh, it's PlayStation 3 or whatever. It's only getting these games. You know what I mean? But now it's a little different. But it's still great to hear, because anybody that's seeing this statement that was hesitant on getting a PS5, I don't know how, you're going to be looking at this like, yo, what?
But let me ask you a question, though. Do we not think that PlayStation is not going to provide exclusives for the PlayStation 5? Like they've been doing in abundance past generations?
Persona, we already seen that with the first showcase. You saw the reactions.
No,
when we saw that FF16, it was like, what?
That's what I'm saying, though. So I'm like, when Jim Ryan says this, are we really going to use the same logic as we would other places? Because I mean, PlayStation has been providing exclusive content for generations now, so we know how they get down when it comes to exclusives and games and things like that. Uh, when I hear him say something like this, uh, I think he means it, and I think he means it in the term of what an exclusive, in the definition of what an exclusive is. Do you not think so?
Yeah. Go ahead, Bar.
Do y'all not think so?
No. I'm with you, but I'm just saying there's still a lot of different meanings to exclusive. Like what is exclusive? You know what I mean? Not what is exclusive, but okay, you can take the word exclusive, more exclusive content than ever before. What he's saying, right? But that could mean many things. Like I said, it could be content in a multi-plat. It could be, oh, this game is only exclusive on this platform or for the consoles, or it could be exclusive for a couple of months. Because look at Deathloop. They're advertising that as a PlayStation 5 exclusive, but it's also on PC, and it's also going to be out on other platforms in a year or two or something like that. So it could mean many things. It can mean many things. But it's still good for PlayStation gamers, and it's still, technically still exclusive to PlayStation, but
it's still good reassurance that they still find value in like exclusive. Like I agree with Bari. Like I think when he says exclusive, I think he means all of the exclusives under that umbrella, which means either permanent exclusives, timed exclusives, or just console exclusive, right? Meaning it also comes to PC, but it's not available on other platforms. I mean, it's something that it's expected. PlayStation been doing it every generation. Them saying there's going to be the most exclusive out of any other generation, I mean, that's a big toll. Do I think they could pull it off? Yeah, because we're seeing the success of the PS5. We know they're going to make a lot of money, so we know they're going to. I mean, we know that Sony is the number one gaming brand as far as like the money and revenue, so we know they're going to put a lot of money into this. I can definitely see the PS5 generation being long. Possibly longer than the PS4 generation because of this. So yeah, and plus PlayStation right now, even though we just started this generation, they're the only ones providing next gen only games. Like literally the only ones. Like even not even just compared to other platforms, but even to other publishers like EA, Activision, Ubisoft. Like they're the only ones that are actually like out here providing with actual next gen games and exclusive games and new exclusive games already within this first year, right? It's a pretty solid launch year for PlayStation, in my opinion. So yeah, I could definitely see that. I definitely see that happening, man. And with also that because those information came out a couple of weeks ago. Like I think it was Jason Schreier that said that, they're focusing more on AAA games. I do think they are focusing. They're going to have a bigger emphasis on AAA games, but him saying that they're going to have the most exclusive, that completely debunks the idea that they're only focusing on AAA, because if they're going to have the most exclusives, right, that also means smaller games as well. I mean, indie games, AA games, weird Japanese games, and all that stuff. So it has to be a whole variety of different games, all shapes and sizes, for them to even make that statement. So that whole thing where like they're only focused on just the big AAA games, I think that's completely debunked now, in my opinion. So yeah, we'll see.
Then kind of talking to like the supply shortages in Japan, he pretty much says these are several reasons why PlayStation 5s are currently hard to obtain. Supply was extremely intricate under COVID-19, and distribution had to be online only. Semiconductor supply and demand is also tight across the globe. We are asking our suppliers to increase production, and that will flow into the market in 2021. Right? The current supply of PlayStation 5s in Japan is comparable to PlayStation 4 in the same time period following its launch. We will continue to focus on Japanese market and improve supply going forward. PlayStation 5 has a lot of software by Japanese developers from early on.
Yes, sir.
And going forward, I would like to strengthen our ties with Japanese developers and release content for PlayStation 5 suited to the Japanese market. So
yes, sir.
Jim Ryan shut a lot of that bullshit. He shut a lot of it down in terms of PlayStation leaving Japan.
Yeah, can I say something? Can I say something to that?
Sure.
So yeah, like we kept hearing that PlayStation is shunning Japan, and then the optics didn't look well when they restructured Sony Japan into Asobi, and a lot of like the creative developers had left. You know, like the people who make Gravity Rush and like Team Siren, right? Pretty much the Team
Yep.
Siren disbanded. So, like I understand, like to me, it was like, damn, that sucks, because I really enjoyed Japan studio and everything like that. So like people kept saying, oh, they're shunning Japan. I didn't really see them as shunning Japan because they're putting money for the Final Fantasy 16s. They're putting up money for like the Grand Blue, the new game that's coming out. There's still a lot of Japanese supported games that are still coming to the PlayStation console in the future. So I didn't really see their whole abandoning Japan statement. This gives it a more reassurance, and also because of Japan Studio, their disbandment now, their team of Sobi, the creative directors of Team Siren, they left and started their own independent studios, right? They have their own studios now. So it could also still mean that Sony could still have a deal with that same team to put an exclusive on the PlayStation, whatever game they come out with. So we could still have Japan Studio-like games, even though there's no longer Japan Studio, because now we're seeing the initiative of them going after more Japanese developers and smaller developers and stuff like that. So that kind of puts like another narrative, buried on under and stuff like that. So yeah, it's great to see. Absolutely, I'm very happy for this news. For the reassurance as far as like the Asian market, because the Japanese developers, they're my favorite developers. They make the best games for the most part. Most of my favorite games are Japanese games. So that's definitely a market that I definitely don't want to see Sony abandon, and definitely want to see them put money into them so they can still be creative and still, give us the amazing games that we love.
Yeah.
Absolutely, man. That's well said right there.
Yeah, very well said. You got anything you want to add to that, Bari, or?
Yeah, that's adding on what Chris said, because it's not that I was thinking that they're, abandoning Japan, because that is not what none of my statements were. It's just like, I don't want you to do it. You know what I mean? So that's why I was pretty much like speaking up. Because when I'm seeing these news and people leaving, majority of my concerns was just like, I don't want you to go down this path. And then we seen this article, Jason Stride come out saying that they're going to focus on more, things that's like, that's going to make them the money, the concerns was adding up. Like, nah, man, I became a PlayStation fan because of the Japan games. You know what I mean? The Japanese titles. A lot of Japan studio games I love from PS1, PS2, PS3 days, and PS4. You know what I mean? Where Wild Arms, that's one of like my favorite RPGs, series. We haven't seen the Wild Arms in a minute, but Japan Studios are part of that. You know what I mean? Publishing that, helping co-develop that. You know what I mean? Even the smaller type games like Bleach, Resurrection, game that came off of PS2. I know a lot of people don't know about that Bleach game, but Japan Studios was a part of that as well. You know what I mean? Like those type of games I love, man. The list can go on forever, but I was just concerned about that. Don't go down that path. That's not taking a risk in Japan. You're a Japanese company. You know what I mean? You're a Japanese company. This is your mainstay. Yeah, America, UK, you make a lot of money as well, but you make a lot of money because I guess they like the Japanese culture and things like that. Oh, I'm on Rocco PlayStation. Yeah, I'm gonna get the Japanese games and those type of games too. But best of both worlds. You know what I mean? But hearing Jim Ryan come out and say this stuff definitely quelled a lot of concerns with me. And yeah, I was smiling ear to ear when I read that, man. I was happy hearing that stuff, and the fact that he's saying that he's going to strengthen it even more to bring more content from Japanese creators. Yeah, I love that, man. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know what I mean? This interview was well needed for me personally. It was well needed just to see that and hear that stuff. Yeah, it definitely brought a lot of happiness to me. You know
and also they said they're gonna focus more on VR, which VR gives. VR is a unique gaming experience. The only thing that I want PlayStation to do, man, that I personally feel like they can get a big market share in this and do it right now. Since the PlayStation brand is stronger than ever, I want another handheld, bro. Like I want another handheld. I know they're not gonna do it, but I want it.
They're not strong in that market.
No, I disagree. Because if you look at the two handhelds that they put out, PSP was very popular. A lot of people bought it. But the games, people was pirating that stuff, within the hardcore community of things. Where the PSP, it didn't really see a profit because not a lot of games were being bought legitimately for it.
Yeah.
The Vita is the complete opposite. The console itself wasn't being purchased like that because due to things like, memory card and a lot of stuff. But when it came to the games for the Vita was selling very, very well, according to PlayStation. The attach ratio for Vita was like 6 to 7 games for people that average attach ratio.
I get
for the
that,
game.
but
That's
what I'm saying is, in other territories, it's not. The handheld market is run by Nintendo, and as much as I would want another handheld from PlayStation, people not gonna buy it, man. Look at the Vita, man. The Vita offers more than than competition of other places, and has a lot of those quirky games, Japanese titles, and things like that. I don't want them to waste time on that, man.
PlayStation didn't fail in the handheld. Just because Nintendo's doing well, that don't mean that you can't have competition with them.
I'm not saying there shouldn't be competition. I'm saying I don't want PlayStation to waste their time.
Yeah, I'm not saying that like if they come out, they're not going to take over. Nintendo's still going to dominate that market, but I still think that the handheld can do well enough to sustain itself and really be successful. Maybe not in comparison to like the Switch. It's not going to do nothing like that, but I don't know. I think a new PlayStation handheld in this day and age, with the brand being so strong, I think it will do a lot better with the Vita, especially if they learn from.
All right, so let's pause.
Absolutely.
When's the last time either of you played a Vita game?
I ain't gonna lie, like 2 weeks ago. I was playing Guilty Gear.
It's been years, bro.
I was playing Access Core.
It's been
years.
I have
a Switch. I have a Switch though. You see what I'm saying? And I'm playing the Switch as a handheld.
But I'm talking PlayStation. When's the last time you played a PlayStation handheld?
Like 2 weeks ago.
Not you. Yeah, you said 2 weeks.
No, it's been years, bro.
It's been years.
It's been years.
Why?
Yeah. Because they no longer, it's like that platform, like it's no longer like supported, and there's really nothing that I want to play from that platform anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, really and truly, I know a lot of people like to use that argument Persona's using. I get why you're using it, but it doesn't. It really and truly doesn't work. That doesn't mean that they shouldn't do it. You know what I mean?
No, but no, I'm not saying that they shouldn't. I'm not saying that
because VR is more of a niche market.
But what I'm saying is, looking at the facts, data, and statistics, why waste the time?
Yeah, that's like why wasted time on VR. I haven't used my VR since Iron Man, but I'm excited for VR too. The same argument can be had. Why waste your time? You know what I mean? But I'm pretty sure people is excited for VR too because you're going to get a better product, a more up to date, streamlined product.
Yeah, but PlayStation was one of the first to that market. That's still a very fresh market that still needs a lot of penetration, right? So with VR, pause. But with VR, that's a different market. It's still fresh. It's still a lot of untapped potential there. With the handheld market, handhelds go back to the 80s. That's a market that, the majority leader of that is already been decided. Not saying that other people can't come in and get in where they fit in, but looking at the facts, data, and statistics, especially with the Vita, in other territories, in Japan it was popular. It might have been popular. In America it might have been kind of popular. In Europe it might have been kind of popular as well. But I don't know. I just personally, I wouldn't want PlayStation to waste their time because people aren't going to buy it. I'd buy it if they were to come out and say, "Yo, we come on," I would buy it. But when I think back to go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, but PlayStation. But now we've seen they recently announced that they're now going to be focusing on like mobile, like bringing some of their games to like at phones, right? Like iPhone, Android. So did y'all hear about that? It was like 2 weeks ago that they said that or something like that.
Yeah, the mobile division.
Yeah, the mobile initiative.
They're gonna bring that back. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, and I get it, right? More people have phones, so I'm guessing they'll find more success with the mobile because Sony has a game that a lot of people in this community don't really know about, but it's huge in Japan. I think it's called like Fate or something like that. It's like
the Fate series.
Yeah. It's like a mobile game and it's very popular or whatever. But I don't know. I'm selfish.
Between the Switch and mobile, it's a hard market. I feel like that's a hard market for anybody to penetrate right now. That's what I'm saying. I feel like it's a hard market to penetrate.
Not if you have compelling software. Look at the Switch.
No.
Bro, no, hold up. Look at the Switch as a handheld in itself. It is not a good handheld device. But what it has, compelling software. Why people is gobbling that joint up. It's not because it's the handheld itself. As a handheld, it's a shitty product. You can't even do a lot of things on the Switch, but it has compelling software. If PlayStation have compelling software to put on a handheld device, it would sell. Absolutely. Y'all are crazy.
No, I think they can do good with another handheld. Me personally.
The Switch is no disrespect to the Switch. The Switch is dog shit, Persona. You know it. Yo, the freaking DS has better features and hardware stuff than the Switch itself. But the Switch has compelling software. That's why people's buying it up.
Yeah. I mean, yes, it does. It does have compelling software. But the point that I'm trying to make is when you look at the handheld market and how it is present day right now, with both mobile and Switch being the market leaders, anybody else trying to get back into that market and penetrate that market is going to be very difficult. Not saying that PlayStation could not create a handheld and create some compelling software, but what third party developed, like with what? Like what? Because when you look at the Vita had very compelling software as well. You know, it had really good games. It had COD, Resistance, Uncharted, God of War. It had a lot of great games on there, right? And, you know, a lot of people don't remember the Vita fondly, and it had very compelling software up until the end.
A lot of people was hesitant with the Vita because it took a lot to get into it. The entry fee for the Vita was not cheap. You paying $300 for the console, and then you have to pay the memory for the memory card.
So a lot of people, the memory card is the reason why the Vita failed.
Absolutely.
One of the reasons,
Bro, look at the stats. Look at the stats of the Vita. The people that actually have a Vita, they bought a lot of games. Look at the stats of the PSP. A lot of people bought the PSP. That jump was sold like 70 million or something like that, or 50 million with a PSP.
It was like 80 million.
A lot of the software wasn't being bought because people was hacking them joints.
Because it was hacking.
Sony was trying to stop that.
It was also used as a portable little movie player. Remember, because it had the
UMDs and all that.
Yeah, the UMB movies and stuff like that. So I remember people were buying it just to watch like the movies and stuff as well.
Sony didn't make that much profit from the PSP.
What would be the pitch when you got cell phones that can do just about anything and play games?
All PlayStation got to do is...
Hold on. Let me finish my question before you answer. What would be the pitch for PlayStation with this type of... with a new handheld? What would if you were ahead of marketing, Bari, what would be your pitch?
PlayStation Portable 2. PSP 2 would be the pitch, because when people think about PlayStation Portables, they think about the PSP and the fond memories that they have with that. If they restructure the name and not call it Vita and call it PlayStation Portable 2, people will be automatically like, yo, look at what they did with... Look what they did with Call of Duty Modern Warfare. A lot of people bought Call of Duty Modern Warfare because they thought it was like a remake to the original Modern Warfare. You know what I mean? It is off the name.
What's your launch lineup?
I mean, that I don't know what the launch lineup would be, but I'm just saying,
give me three games. Just give me 3 games off the top of your head. What would be 3 launch lineup games?
If I was Sony, I would try to secure a Demon Slayer MMO type of game for the Vita, because Demon Slayer is huge right now. You know what I mean? So
and they coming out with one this year too. Another fight.
They would just have to secure like some popular franchise that would like.
They can put their Fate game on there. That's more spruced up for the handheld platform. So the Fate will be one. I think Grand Blue Fantasy would have been a good one to put in there. Just better animations and all that stuff. Put that on there. And then have like a top tier game that you have, like probably a God of War game or one of that for a mobile device, and put it on there.
Yeah, and it's crazy when the Vita came out, people were like, "Oh, I don't want to play console style games on a handheld." But then now, when the Switch came out, everybody's playing console style games, like in a handheld. So I don't know. Like me personally, I would want to me personally, I would want another extension for like my PlayStation ecosystem. So it's like another handheld where like I can go and earn trophies, like if I'm out and about. Like I would love that again, me personally. So
how often did you do that with your Vita?
I didn't really do that much often. I got rid of my Vita after like 8 months.
Why?
Yeah, cause remember Vita you was on 3G. That jump was bad.
Well, it's not that. It's just like at the time I was like in a different space, and I was just in a different gaming space at the time. Like I bought it, I played a few games, and then I just kind of like stopped it. And so I was like, I'm just gonna sell this for now until more games come out. And then after that, never. And I trust me, I kick myself daily because of that. Because there are games on the Vita that I will want to go play. Now they're expensive now, and now they're expensive now. So yeah, like. I mean, I just love the handheld. I just love the handheld scenes, and I would love another PlayStation handheld.
Yo, that's a dumb statement because people saying it's already on a cell phone. Why would they waste their time porting it? Look at games like Genshin Impact that we just spoke about.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, that's on a mobile device, but a lot of people playing on PlayStation devices too, man.
Yeah,
you can have mobile device. You can have mobile games, that can port over to console games that people will play it. Yeah, you know what I mean, or in a handheld format.
Yeah.
What the fuck y'all talking about, man?
Then the last thing with the Jim Ryan interview I want to touch on real quick and get your thoughts. So regarding competition for content such as Microsoft acquiring companies, right? We know that since Microsoft acquired Bethesda, oh boy, ooh wee, it's been the talk of the town up until even now, right? So he says, we have been quietly but steadily investing in high-quality games for PlayStation, and we will make sure the PlayStation 5 generation has more exclusive software than ever before. We have engaged in mergers and acquisitions several times in the past, such as with the Insomniac games. We will not rule out that option in the future. Start with you, Bari. How you feel about hearing that statement? How you feel about that?
No, I mean, I think we already expected that. You know, that PlayStation, they're cultivating their studios. They made pretty much the best acquisition that anybody could have made with Insomniac. That's why I think he's highlighting that point. Like, yo, y'all forgot that we purchased Insomniac. Look at the amount of content that they're pushing out.
Yeah.
But hearing that they're still considering investing in other, developers or, publishers and possibly acquiring other people as well. I ain't even gonna lie to you, Persona, man. Square Enix popped in my
Oh yeah, Square Enix is what I think everybody wants.
Even though Square Enix denied that fake ass rumor that came out the other day.
Yeah.
I ain't even gonna lie to you, man. It popped in my head. I was like, yo, what I mean? Maybe that dream is still true. But nah, man. It's just, at the end of the day, it's just good to hear that he's addressing these things or talking about these things. So all the narratives that the media try to push when it comes to PlayStation can't do this or PlayStation not doing this and that, Ryan pretty much shut that all down, man. You know what I mean? And this is another one that just got shut down. Like, yeah, yo, you forgot we bought Insomniac. That don't mean that we're not thinking about other things, but yo, we creating games out here, man. We're putting out best quality content out here. Stop talking about this acquisition. That doesn't mean that we're not thinking about it or assessing it, but we got games we gotta deliver. You know what I mean? So
I agree.
I like what I'm hearing.
Chris, what you think?
I mean, to me, this was like pretty standard stuff that I thought was like pretty much common sense. Like, yeah, I'm sure PlayStation is always looking to acquire. I mean, they're not probably being as, I don't know what's going on in the background. They're not being aggressive as other people, but it could be, and that's because I think that PlayStation, I think they're more smart with their purchases, and they really want to curate like who they let join the PlayStation. They're not just gonna let anybody just join just for the sake of it, right?
Well,
they need to test you out.
They acquire, so if they acquire, I think they go for smaller, more, diamond in the rough type of acquisitions, and then grow them into, like just AAA powerhouses, man.
Right, right. Because people also gotta understand, it's like, even though PlayStation, they only have like 15, 16 studios or whatever, some people may not think that's not a lot compared to the other company, but here's what people need to understand. It's like a lot of those studios that PlayStation owns work on multiple games. So they'll have multiple game app. Like, look at Insomniac. They already giving you like 3 games in like 3 years. you know. So so it's like they have the workload. So it's like, yeah, but I think before that statement, he said something about like how they've been quietly investing into like PlayStation products or whatever, or more quality exclusive for PlayStation. Which that goes to show, like when everybody was like, "Well, PlayStation is being too quiet" or whatever. I think it's because it's like, yo, I think they feel like they're confident enough that all this BS narrative that's been spun around by the media the past couple weeks and by the haters, it's like, yo, they don't even know what's coming. Like we don't even have to say nothing, because once we start, you know, showing you our like the actual schedule and the releases and what we got exclusives and the deals that we have, it's gonna shut all that down. So all this panic or whatever that people is gonna, you know, that's why I think they've been more quiet, because they feel confident that as soon as they start showing the games, all of that shit's gonna shut up. So yeah, so we'll see, man. I'm definitely, yeah. As far as acquisition, definitely Square will be a great one. I don't think that they will acquire Square unless they feel like Microsoft is going to acquire. Once they feel like Microsoft is going to acquire them, I feel like then Sony's probably going to do, because if the other competition acquires them, that would be a huge blow for Play. That would be way bigger than Bethesda. You know, no Final Fantasy games or anything like that. So we'll see, man. We'll see. I think Housemarque has a good chance. I think Bluepoint definitely has a good chance. You know, Bluepoint is a company that I would like to see them acquire, not just to make remakes for them, because I would definitely like to see Bluepoint make remakes as well. But I would like to see Bluepoint make their own original game as well, to see what they can do with that, because they have the talent as far as the technical prowess and, you know, graphics and performance and everything. They have the talents or whatever. So go ahead.
Nah, so,
I'm with you on that, Chris. I think Bluepoint will be a good purchase. Yo, that'll be a good purchase too, man, because that's a talented studio that, you know, if they do a remake, if they do a remake, it's going to be top tier quality. But we also we're intrigued, or we're curious to see like what can they do by themselves, like a new game. Yeah, that'd be dope.
Yeah. I mean, you know, listen, acquisitions. You know, as much as we all like to make fun of acquisitions and stuff like that, you know, I've stood by this, man. Housemarque, Bluepoint, Square. Those are the only acquisitions I think PlayStation needs to make, and I'm happy for the rest of my life. I'll be honest with you, because that's all we really need. We got the best studios in the industry, in my opinion. I mean, just look at what they pump out. Look at the versatility. That's all I'm saying. You feel how you want. I give a shit. That's how I feel. But, you know, like I say, business is always moving in the background. Business happens in the background. You know, when people aren't looking, business is still happening. So, you know, I do think that PlayStation is investing in a lot of exclusive content and things like that, and they most likely are looking at acquisitions, but it's the acquisitions that make sense, and that's something that Jim Ryan said before. You know, PlayStation has said that a couple months back, that they were acquisitions that they would make would be acquisitions they felt make sense. And I agree. So, you know, shout out to PlayStation, shout out to Jim Ryan. I still got my eye on you, Jimmy. You know, I'm sleeping one eye open, man. You did good with this news. I'm very happy, but you ain't out of hot water yet, man. You're still a little sketchy with certain things. But shout out to Jim Ryan. Shout out to you know, this news. I'm so glad that, you know, a lot of things got put to rest. A lot of narratives are now dead, right? A lot of things, you know, a lot of misinformation is debunked, right? Listen, what's up, PlayStation? Your number one source of PlayStation news. We give you the facts, not our feelings. With that being said, man, guys, we about to get into the outros, man. Yeah. Really great show.
Yeah, y'all don't want to hit up the Returnal impressions, or just waiting for the game.
I'd rather give my own impressions.
Right.
Next
no,
week.
I want to ask Persona if we want to do a podcast next week with Returnal coming out next week. But that's up to him. We'll discuss.
No, don't make that up to me. That's up to you. You're the host. You're the host next week. Because if I say no, he gonna say, "Oh yeah, Persona ain't want to do a show, so we ain't doing it." No. You're the host next week. That's up to you. I'm there.
Man, you can't listen. This is a 2-man team over here, man. You know what I mean?
We gonna talk about it. let me see how Friday go. If I'm up till like 3 in the morning playing the game.
I know I'm off, so I know I'm going to be up.
Oh
like,
no,
late.
you know what? I am up. I'm off next Friday as well, actually. Yeah. Let's do it. I'll be able to play all day Friday. I'm staying up late Saturday, Thursday. I'm playing at midnight. So yeah. Let's do the show. We could talk about our impressions. I mean, if you guys want, we could talk about the Returnal impressions and stuff like that. Y'all want to talk about that stuff? I mean, I would rather I would rather give the audience our own impressions after we played the game, because really all we're gonna say is people are saying that the game is great. They're enjoying it. I was gonna do Returnal versus Record, but that's not. This isn't the show for that.
No. This ain't the show for. No, what I was gonna say with the whole thing is because
craziness.
People since day one, a lot of people have been like kind of like doubting this game and saying, "Oh, this look like a $70 game and blah blah blah," and it looks like an indie game or whatever. But since day one, I've always been excited. There's always something that I've seen about this game that's like, I definitely want to play this game. Even last month, I tweeted, I was like, I've been watching all the Housemark podcasts about this game, digging up a whole bunch of information, because that's what I like to do. I like to, actually know what I'm getting into. And I was like, regardless of the reviews, regardless how people feel about it, like, I'm picking up this game day one. I'm giving Housemark the chance. And it's looking
Chris,
like
let me ask you a question.
Well, hold on. I just want to say, and it's looking like they're going to deliver. But then now, since the previews have come out, the previews have been very positive, right? It's overwhelmingly positive, actually, from like kind of funny IGN, Skill Up or whatever. Now it seems like people are starting to change up because of now what the media is saying. It's like, bro, like,
they got the game free. Of course they're going to change up.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Hey yo.
Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm very excited, man. Like, I'm happy that it's getting good previews, but even if it was getting bad previews, I still would have picked up the game and tried it out for myself. So,
bro, why it took 45 minutes of gameplay for people to start pre-ordering the game? You want to have that conversation? Yeah. Let's have that conversation. Why did it take 45 minutes of gameplay for people to see the greatness that is Returnal and suddenly like, I think now it's worth pre-ordering.
Especially after all the trailers and stuff was already being shown,
and
like
podcasts,
exactly.
And everything.
Yeah, like
exactly.
To me, like it already sold me on the game because I didn't really need to see the actual 45-minute stuff. I'm like, there's so much stuff they already shown and spoken about.
That's what I'm saying. Like I've been following this game since it got announced. I watched every trailer, watched every Housemark cast, read all the interviews and articles. I didn't need the 45 minutes. That wasn't for me. The previews wasn't for me either because the game was pre-ordered once the pre-order went up. My mind was already made up. Like I want the game and I want to play the game. It looks great. I've played Housemark games in the past, so I knew what I was getting into. I played Ex Machina. I played Super Stardust. I played Resogun. Like I played I play their games, so I don't need all of that. You get what I'm saying? And I guess that's what separates casuals from hardcore. I'm sorry, this ain't the podcast for that. Listen, I don't know, like I think that's the thing that's like just kind of weird with like this community sometimes. It's because like, and I think that's again that's what that really is what separates the hardcores from the casuals. Because I know what Housemark's work is. I'm experienced with their work. I've played their games. So when I seen Returnal, the bullet hell. And, it having that Housemark feel to it, but being in a AAA format and in a 3D and it's not taught. I was like, this is fucking Ex Machina on crack.
That's why you ain't make that dumbass comparison.
Yeah,
you already knew what the game or what their style of games are.
Talk about
this is a sneak peek. By the way, this is a sneak peek to a podcast I'm doing either tomorrow or Monday. I gotta see how I feel because that Returnal versus Record bullshit. We're gonna nip that shit in the butt. This ain't the show for that though. We're gonna nip that shit in the butt. I promise you I'm going in. I promise. Gaming with Persona is my YouTube channel. Make sure you guys are there.
That's because it's a third person aspect view. It's like, oh, look at this game.
We going deeper than that. We going deeper than that though, fellas. We going deeper than that though, fellas. Because we gonna show old gameplay from Housemark's old games. Well, no, we going into. This ain't the show for that, guys. This ain't the show. This is a PlayStation Central podcast, a positive show. None of that here. But yeah, I mean, what do you guys think about the previews and all that stuff? You guys want to add anything to it, or
No,
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised. Like I said, I'm not surprised. You know, you give somebody something for free, of course they're gonna smile. And if you walk into a restaurant and they say, oh yeah, complimentary, complimentary bread and salad, I'm smiling like shit. Free bread? This place is dope. Like I'd be like that too. Not saying that Returnal is not a great game. I'm not saying that at all. What I'm saying is, 3 months ago, people were trying to figure out why this game was $70. And how $70 games are taboo and it's toxic and all this other stupid shit. But you give a couple of gaming journalists and media people a free copy of a game, and the shit's glowing, and suddenly people are like, oh, okay, I guess $70 games are good. Then let me go pre-order it. Like it's just again, I knew months ago that this was a game that I wanted to play, not because this ain't the show for it. If you guys want to add anything else before we get up out of here, go ahead.
Nah, man, we'll see you guys Returnal next Friday, man. Hopefully you guys go and support it. The game looks great, and I can't wait to play it, man. Looking for a nice little challenging game too. So yeah, this is gonna be dope, man. Because like I said, I like those fast-paced, dashing, bullet hell type stuff too, man. So it's down my alley, and I can't wait to play it, man.
And they also put out, I think they put out a blog either yesterday or the day before. I think like one of the technical directors or whatever, and they broke down more of the game. And they're talking about like this is going to be like hundreds of different like items and customizations and different stuff. You're really going to be able to like experiment with different builds. That's what like I'm really excited for. It's just like what the world has to offer as far as like the replay value.
Yo, I wish that PlayStation had like a pro controller where you have the back buttons. Oh man, I'd have freaked this game, bro. If they had the paddles on there, oh my god.
Yeah,
I gotta see what the dash button is.
Yeah,
if I could change it to something else, and if it makes sense, what I change it to. But you know what? I can't wait to see either, guys. I can't wait to see how many people actually finish and complete this game. That's what I can't wait to see. Be honest with you.
That's what I said earlier. According to Blessing, a lot of people he's saying that hopefully these reviewers have this game completed by the review embargo is up, because it gets challenging.
I've seen some people say that because of the challenge that some reviewer made dock points off and stuff like that. But to me, it's like that may happen, but at the same time, that never stopped any other games like the Dark Souls games, and Sekiro and Bloodborne for being reviewed very well, because those games were.
So Chris, let's get Souls games. Did they beat those games?
I don't know. You're right. You got a point there. That's right. But what do you think that would if they weren't able to beat it? What do you think that would have knocked points out? Because those games still reviewed very well. Like the Dark Souls games still reviewed very well. Points off. So. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Regardless,
they're going with the status quo.
But like I said this over a month ago. Regardless of the previews, the reviews, whatever the media says, and Metacritic, the game looks very fire. The game looks dope enough for me to absolutely purchase it day one. Yeah. So
it's a day one purchase. It's worthy of that to me. I can't wait. I'm happy to support Housemarque, and I hope that this game sells extremely well, so that PlayStation will give them even more money to make an even bigger game.
It is. It's sold out on Amazon in UK. It's sold out in Japan.
It's gonna sell
well. Number one in
But it only got that way after the 45 minutes of gameplay. That's what I'm saying. I mean, this ain't the show for that. Let me shut up.
Yo, by the way, Housemarque liked one of my tweets too, man. I was making a joke about how PS Nation gonna be scrolling through Twitter, and I was like a pimp that's strolling by, and they like that jump. That's my bad.
Shout out to Housemarque, man. I'm happy for them. And I hope that they see much, much, much success. But yo, man, with that being said, guys, we about to get into these outros, man. Starting with our guest, man. Shout out to Chris Righteous, man. Second best lips on YouTube, man. Really appreciate you coming through. Good chopping it up, talking games and whatnot with you, bro, man. Give us your outro. Let the people know where they can find you. Man.
Yes, sir, man. First of all, it was an honor, man, with my PlayStation brothers, PlayStation Nation. You see how, when we talk about games, we actually talk about games and go into depth. And you're not gonna get this in a lot of other podcasts. You're not gonna get in-depth discussions on actual games, and we actually play games. So I really enjoyed this podcast. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all support. Share this out, and you can find me on Twitter at Chris Righteous. I'm also on Planet Xbox as a PlayStation guy. I'm always arguing over there. I'm always getting jumped, but I hold my own. And then also on the Salty's Gaming Podcast as well.
Yeah,
Every
man. I hope
Thursday.
Salty get better too, man.
Yeah. Shout out to Salty. I hope he has a little bit of health complications, but he's good now. He's good. So so other than that, man, I'm definitely going back into this Nier. I'm definitely trying to get all the endings before Returnal comes out because I want to get the platinum, but I highly doubt I'm gonna get the platinum before Returnal comes out. So yeah, we'll see, man. Great podcast. It's a great month for games and for now from the foreseeable futures. And make sure y'all buy y'all games, support y'all games, play y'all games, and beat y'all games. Because if y'all don't, I don't want to hear shit from anybody. I don't care. I don't care about your opinion at all. So other than that, man, shout out to the bros, man. What's up, PlayStation? We here. Let's go.
Yeah, man. Shout out to Chris Righteous, man. Like I said, man, great having you on the show, man, this week, man. Thank you for coming through. It was a pleasure to have you, man. It's an honor. Thank you. Yo, man, then we got the other half of Wups, man. Wups Boys in the building, man. The best list on YouTube. My boy Bari, man. Bari, man. Get the people your outro, man. What you got coming on the channel, man? What's up? Let us know.
Hey, man. Look, man. Shout out to my man Chris Righteous. Definitely appreciate him coming through, man. Wonderful dude in the community, and it's always good to chop it up with my boy Chris, man. But yeah, man, appreciate everybody supporting the channel. Hit the subscribe button. Once again, guys, we're trying to get to that 1,000 subscriber goal, so we can just open up the channel and do much more things for you guys when it comes to What's Up PlayStation. Also, on my personal channel, like promised, I'm going to have like a Q&A stream. If you guys are interested in that, this is just to celebrate the 1 month of me, having a join button on the channel. So, doing something different where, you can ask questions about gaming, things about non-gaming, on the channel. It's my first ever Q&A kind of thing that I'm doing on my channel. Also, there's going to be a few things I want to talk about next week as well. So look forward to we're going to talk episodes. And I have more Grand Blue Fantasy versus like online matches that I'm going to be uploading as well. The stuff that people don't want to watch, I'm going to be uploading that. And just to let the people know, because I was on Twitter and we was talking about the Share Factory stuff, and a Xbox guy trying to say that we don't upload gameplay and all that stuff, and I had to let him know there's nobody, and I mean nobody in this community, I upload more gameplay than your boy Jay Bari. I have over 6,000 and something videos on my personal channel, and some of them joints is privated or unlisted, and it's 90% of the stuff is gameplay. You know what I mean? I'm not even capping. 90% of my shit is gameplay. So I just wanted to say that just to maybe he's listening to this podcast. But yeah, man, appreciate it, guys. Hit the like button, and we'll see you guys next week, hopefully. if Persona wants to.
Nah. If Bari wants to.
Hey, man, we're doing outro Persona, man. Come on, man. Stop it, man.
Nah. Listen, if we don't have a show next week, just know it's because of Bari, not me. I'm letting y'all know now. So I'm off Friday.
If Persona don't want to do a show there, I gotta listen to his demands. You know what I mean?
Nah, man.
But yeah, guys. Yeah. See you guys next time.
Just know next week is tentative. It's tentative. TBA.
It's grayed out.
TBA. It's grayed out that day. We'll see. Yo, man, listen. Yeah, so I'm excited. Can't wait to see the content from Bari's channel. Can't wait to see Planet Xbox with Chris Righteous and whatnot and Smooth. Shout out to the boys over there. For me, guys, I was your host this week, man. Gaming with Persona. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, please. We're trying to get to 1K, man. We're trying to get to 1K. Once we get to 1K, man, that's when things take off. Trust and believe. But for me, on my channel, man, personal channel, man, shout out to my Warriors. Shout out to my Warriors, man. Big shout out to my Warriors. My members on the channel. Shout out to everybody that supports the personal channel. I got Outriders review. I'm going to work on that today. Try to get that out by tonight or by tomorrow for the members. And then throughout Monday or Tuesday, it'll be up for everybody else on the channel. Then we're doing a When Persona Speaks. I got to see how I feel tomorrow because yo, man, this week has been crazy, like for work and then like personal life stuff. So, I gotta see. Plus, I'm in the process of moving into my new place soon, so a lot of things going on behind the scenes. But either tomorrow or Monday, when Persona speaks, we're gonna talk about a couple things. Um, First impressions for Returnal. Well, excuse me. First impressions for Nier next week. That'll be up for the members, and then it'll be up for everybody else a day after. So the way video uploads works is members get to see the videos a day early, and then everybody else gets to see it the day after. So that's just how it works. And then Returnal first impressions. If we do a podcast next week, depending on if Bari feel like doing it or not, because he the host, so he got to decide. If Bari do the podcast next week, we'll definitely talk about our Nier impressions there. But I'm also gonna do a personal video. Probably since I'm off Friday, y'all will probably get that Friday, because I'm playing Thursday night, like midnight. I'm gonna be on that like all night. So, Returnal first impressions as well. And yeah, man, that's the content for next week, man. I hope you guys are subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Appreciate y'all. And like I said, guys, if you enjoy the content here on What's Up PlayStation channel, YouTube channel, like the show, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff, man. We appreciate you guys so much, man. Thank you for the support. Again, shout out to our guest this week, Chris Righteous. And yeah, man, I'm hungry. So
Yeah, I'm starving.
I'm starving.
Yeah,
Yeah, guys.
me
So
too.
we're gonna see you guys next week. And I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. Please be safe. Play lots of games, lots and lots of games. And we'll see you guys next week. Same time, same place, same crew. It's the Wups crew. And we out.